find it so spectacular. Open up your aperture. You don't like the light that I be shining, bitch, you Dracula. Southern draw vernacular, flip you like a spatula. Knew that I was built to put this word up on my scapula. I've been on this road so long, my tires bald. I don't wanna text and no, I don't wanna call. Came in this shit running, but you don't know how to crawl. We ain't never folding, I'm holding the highest card. Look, okay, grew up running post routes. Now I'm on the cash route. Better call the plumber, that boy spitting like a bass spout. All these bad women in this club, fuck is you mad about? Word to all my estheticians, boy, I'm about to lash out. Straight from St. John's to the east side, jigging since the knee high. Watch the way I put on for my state, nigga, yeehaw. Respecting no Aretha. Crazy how I made it to the league from the bleach eyes. Boy, my shit hair on, black, rich, and bare arms. Smoking on that yogi, this shit stronger than some bare arms. Goku, I'm in rare form, you cannot prepare for him. When I swing, it's like a carnival, this shit ain't fair for him. Brought intellect back to this rap shit. You niggas need chapstick. Shit been dry for way too long, and I'm the matchstick. You niggas Nickelodeon me, I'm more like Cap Nick. Cap a nigga, throw him in. Party favors on the table, you can pick and choose. I would be lying if I said that I don't get confused. I'm just a player in the game and I don't pick the rules. Why trouble always seem to find the ones with shit to lose. About to blow like we just lit the fuse. We double dutch into this dough, I get this shit in twos. Push the button, get it started, put that shit in cruise. A little dust up on his heart, I barely get to use. A fool flatters himself, a wise man flatters the fool. Man, I just came to get it started like mechanics with tools. Cause in my hood, if you don't pack a tool, you planning to lose. These young boys deserve Oscars, they be acting a fool. A couple loose screws, but they hammer accurate. Ooh, I know some niggas stuck on drugs and manufacture it too. School of hard knocks, we all got our bachelor's, fool. No cap and gowns, but we all had the master. Party favors on the table, you can pick and choose. I would be lying if I said that I don't get confused. I'm just a player in the game and I don't pick the rules. Why trouble always seem to find the ones with shit to lose. I'm lit, it's about to be a late night. Fresh wax, shawty, show me what it tastes like. Niggas know me in my city like I'm Wayne Wright. Got them looking up to me and we the same height. Ooh, I got it bad, deep in my bag. Foot on the gas, they cannot last. Swimming with the sharks, bitch, that's a great white. Never stopping, we don't even need no break lights. Say she don't smoke, but she always smoke with me, yeah. Backwards in the air, back up in the ovaries, yeah. All my ops, they stay running like they over easy, yeah. Even my masseuses can't just get too close to me, yeah. Shout out to Next, soon as the ink dry, we count out the checks, yeah. I never flex, I bought up a business, you bought up a section. I'm at the top of my class, yeah. Y'all never learned from your lesson. Skywalker gave me the force, yeah. Turn this into an obsession, yeah. I couldn't wait on the team, cooking shit up with just me and Play, yeah. Things never are what they seem, but we know the facts, yeah. Charging that shit to the game, but now I pull up with a battery pack, yeah. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, and we can just leave it at that. I'm dumb lit, it's about to be a late night. Fresh wax, shawty, show me what it tastes like. Niggas know me in my city like I'm Wayne Wright. Got them looking up to me and we the same height. Ooh, I got it bad, deep in my bag. Foot on the gas, they cannot last. Swimming with the sharks, bitch, that's a great white. Never stopping, we don't even need no brake lights. Big bro, why they call you big bro? Every time we hit the bank, we deposit zip codes. Well connected with the streets like we out in Skid Row.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull-Up Show. I'm your host, BJ Matthews, a.k.a. B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. All our YouTube videos, hit that like button. Y'all coming here to share, subscribe. Hit that Cash App, $SlickRick1991Son, $SlickRick1991Son for our Cash App. Venmo at BJ/MATGWS/1. That is our Venmo as well. You guys can donate to the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast at your own discretion. Make sure y'all continue to support. And last but not least, get your super stickers and super comments are available. Very simple. All you guys got to do, make sure you guys go in. You actually donate to the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast by going to our chat box and actually hitting that $ symbol. When you hit the $ symbol, that is when you guys get the opportunity to donate to the podcast. When you give you guys the actual news on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. All right, let's get it popping. We got my man Alan NG with the donation, man, $1.99 donation. He said, "Let's sweep the Sixers." Yeah, they gonna. I'm gonna talk. Well, no, I ain't gonna talk about that because we ain't played them yet. But since you brought it up, appreciate the donation, my guy Alan. Thanks for always donating to the show. We should win tomorrow. We're definitely. I think we will win. You know what? I'm gonna put guarantee we will win tomorrow. But appreciate the $1.99 donation. Go to the realist. He says, "Salute BJ and chat. Your Philly team looking bad." Well, it will be looking bad if you ain't got 3 of your guys on the court. The realist. You take Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and Norman Powell at the same time. What you think gonna happen? So yeah, you're gonna look bad for sure. But I appreciate you coming in, man. Michael, how the hell Thomas getting here quick? For sure, man. My man Michael with the also the comment. Salute to my man Andre. What's good, brother? He said Maddox Vasallo 19999. Hopefully it could be Clippers versus Celtics NBA BJ. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, the West is wide open for us to win. It's all gonna come down to Kawhi. The same. I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing I'm telling every time, year in and year and out. It's gonna always we're gonna always make sure that we give every team that we play, as long as we got Kawhi Leonard on the court, that is definitely a team that I could take anytime to win a championship. So I definitely appreciate what Kawhi does on the court. But it's like the same story for him 4 years, man. If he's not on the court, we're not winning nothing, and the story ain't changing. Fred Captain, what's good? BJ, what's good with you, brother? Let's go to my man. Oh man, he says salute, pull up family. What's good, brother? How you doing? All right, let's get into business now, man. Let's talk a little bit about the game last night. Actually, let's talk about the last 4 games, and we can go get right into it, man. The Clippers are now 10-7. They have a 4-game home game stand where they won all 4 games against the Utah Jazz, Golden State Warriors, Orlando Magic, and topping it off last night over the Sacramento Kings, which puts us at 10-7. We are now the 6th seed in the Western Conference after last night's win. All right, so we got 4. Let me go ahead and pull out this schedule real quick so y'all can actually see it. Y'all put everything on the screen. Let me put this. 1 second, y'all. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen. All right, no, I'll probably pull up next time. But with the Clippers dominate the game yesterday against the Sacramento Kings, 88-104. There were certain parts of the game where the Sacramento Kings looked like they were going to make a run, but the Clippers did a good job of basically keeping the momentum and keeping the distance between the two. And I think I'm gonna tell y'all why I think that might be the case. But yesterday in dramatic fashion, the Clippers pretty much came out the gates, pretty much playing and actually targeting on defense and using guys like Chris Dunn, using guys like Derrick Jones Jr. as well on the defensive end to make an impact, especially in that first half. De'Aaron Fox was very, very quiet in the first half. He did not come alive until the third quarter. But I think the damage was done at the beginning of the first half. I think we were up 26-51, almost up into the first half, up to almost 30 points. It was a very, very, good defensive game by everybody. We held DeMar DeRozan 6-19 for 16 points. De'Aaron Fox went 10 for 20, but like I said, he was very, very quiet in that first half. He had 29 points. He finished. Domantas Sabonis was probably the best player of those 3 guys, of the big 3 they have, with 15 rebounds and 24 points. Shot 9 for 17 from the field and 2 for 5 from the 3. They shot horrific from the 3-point line, 7 for 35. That's the second time Sacramento, when they faced us, shot very, very putrid from the field. So that's a little bit of both, that they're missing wide open shots, but the other time I think it's also the defensive pressure that we put on them as well. So a combination of both, and we made sure we, put our presence on the defensive end and got the win. Now I'm gonna go into some of the players that had contributed yesterday. So of course we all know Norman Powell has been out with a hamstring injury. All right, The past 2 games he's been out against the what we played last game? We played let me make sure I'm going blind, Josh. Shoot. We played the Kings last game, and let me go to the game before that. Who did we play? Orlando. My bad. Thank you. So he had 2 games he did not play up against the last 2 teams. So we were able to carry the fort down. So we're gonna go into some of the players that's been carrying it on. Let's start with Amir Coffey. Let's start with the guy who took his spot yesterday. Amir Coffey had 11 points, and what is this? 11 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, and shot 55% from the field. Another very good game for Amir Coffey. As I keep saying with Amir Coffey, I just think again he brings so much versatility to our lineups. You could put him in any, plug him and put him in any different lineup that you want to put him in. A fast lineup, a slow lineup, a control lineup, a young lineup, a mature. Like it don't matter which lineup you put this guy in, he's gonna always find a way to put his niche on the court. So for me, Amir Coffey is a person that you got to have on the court at least 20 to 25 minutes a game. So like I said, with Amir Coffey's presence on the team, very, very vital. Very, very vital. And I think he's only getting more and more confident. I think this is the year where Amir Coffey's averaging 10 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, 1.2 assists, and 49% from the field. Very, very solid stats. Very, very consistent. Very, very good on both ends of the ball. And he's finding his niche and being comfortable. So until Norman Powell gets back, this is definitely the person that's going to be the guy taking his spot and taking his minutes. That y'all come here, make sure y'all smash that like button. We're talking about last night's game against the Kings and the Clippers. Let's talk about somebody else I thought made a big impact as well. I thought Derrick Jones Jr. played a very, very solid game. I'm gonna tell y'all why in a minute, but last night Derrick Jones Jr. had he had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 46% from the field. And he was actually, the one kind of stopping the bleeding when the Clippers, or when the Kings started to make the runs. So all in all, when you talk about Derrick Jones Jr.'s ability, now he's able to kind of catch and shoot from the 3-point line. That was kind of the question. I'm not so sure how much he's shooting from the field from 3, but he's shooting 48% from the field. He's averaging 10 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 0.9 assists. We blocked this guy over to be a defender solidly. But now he's actually getting into his offensive groove, and 10 points is actually above average of what he was expected to average. But when you got guys who get, are not playing, you got guys like Kawhi, you got guys like Mo Bamba just that came back, Norman Powell just, out with an injury as well. That's an opportunity for guys to continuously come in and play and be a part, and actually, be a part of the system. So I definitely respect what Derrick Jones Jr. is doing. And I have questions coming in for sure. Hey, could he hit the outside 3-point shot? And there's been games he's been off. Like last, I think he had a bad shooting performance. But there's also been games he's been hitting. So you cannot ask for much more, than that, especially for his role, what he's asked to do. You see. Well, let me go to. Let me go to also the guy that actually, in my personal opinion, I think, something I said this in my last show. With James Harden. Even when he shoots the ball bad from the field, I figured out what he's trying to do actually on the court. I see how defense are responding to him. See, James Harden's getting a lot of his production, a lot from the free throw line, but because his ability to play make and his ability to score the ball at times, it gives people the idea that he's going to be able to get to the basket. He's going to be able to shoot a lot, like shoot threes and be efficient. He's shooting 36% from the field. He's averaging 20 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 8.8 assists. Now, if you take the field goal percentage away from this stat line, you'd be like, well, damn, James Harden is killing. And if you're watching the games, you would see the goods and the bads when it comes to James Harden. The goods that comes with James Harden is that defense have to pay attention to what he does on the court. They have to pay attention to his playmaking and his outside shooting and his foul baiting. And if it goes well, like if he gets the calls, it's all good. But if it goes bad, it's actually going to cost the team. And that's why I really kind of came across when it comes to James Harden. It's either going to be a home run, it's going to be a strikeout. It ain't going to be in between. It's not going to be a base hit. It's not going to be a base run. It's going to be a home run or it's going to be a strikeout. And when it comes to him, last night even shooting, what did he shoot from the field yesterday? He shot 20% from the field, he shot 27% from the field and 20% from the three, but he got 22 points and he got 9 assists. So but he's opening opportunities up for Derrick Jones Jr. and Chris Dunn to hit 3-point shots. And I think that's where the Clippers are at with it. It's like, okay, look, we know that you can't be efficient all the time. You can't, have your turnovers down all the time. So we're going to try to get you to have other guys to, help you out and hit shots. So now defenses are having to try to, defend James Harden, find a way to be able to defend him on the court. And it's just going to only get so far when you got somebody who's actually able to draw fouls. And from what I've seen yesterday, he was able to get to the basket as well. So that's going to be a problem for other teams to be able to deal with. Like tomorrow when we play Philly, they're not going to be able to stay in front of James Harden with Jared McCain and Tyrese Maxey in that backcourt. Sorry, Andre. That's why I was trying to tell you on the show that he's not going to be able to stay in front of James Harden because he's too big and strong. And if you try to, he's going to be trying to draw fouls on those two little point guards. So at the end of the day, we're going to have to find a way to figure out how this is going to be with James Harden. Is he going to always just be inefficient every single game, or is he going to be, at some point he's going to be able to hit shots? He says, salute. Clip Gang TZ said, salute everybody. Great defense and win again. If it wasn't for game, we'd be last. Yeah, I can agree. Yeah. I can't lie. The defense is keeping us in the games, but that's what was going to be with Van Gundy anyway. That's how it's going to always be with Van Gundy. Like when he even came onto the team, that's what he was brought in for, the defensive role. And yeah, we're bad at offense and defensively. We're not even top 5 in defense either. We're not even top 5 in defense. So at the end of the day, we got to actually be able to, at some point, like I said, when Kawhi gets back, that's when the offense will be where it needs to be at. So I'm not really worried about how the offense is going to look because we ain't got our best player on the court. But I think we've been holding ourselves above water long enough. Corey Gear 5 says, so what's the deal with the LaMelo rumors? They said that he might come to the Clippers. Yeah, I think I heard something like that. But I mean, we gotta get through this season first before we even talk about LaMelo, man. I don't think that. I don't think that that's going to happen particularly anytime soon, if you ask me. But let me make a few more points, and I'm gonna drop this link. Actually, you know what? This is what I'll do. I'll go ahead and pull up this real quick. So let me just. This is all the statistics right here. This is all the different categories. Offensively, we're not top 5 in any categories. We're not top 5 in points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, blocks per game, steals per game, field goal percentage, 3-pointers made, 3-point percentage, and free throw percentage. I want y'all to take a look at this. We're not top 5 in any of these categories, right? Not top 5 in any of these categories. We're 5th in the Western Conference right now. And we're doing this all without Kawhi Leonard on the court. Now, one must ask themselves, how are we able to hold ourselves above water and not be top 5 in any of these categories? I got a couple theories why I think that is, but I'm like, basically the only thing that I'm just looking at is like, shit, we got the wins, and we're actually, it's developing a certain level of toughness amongst the team. Like when you got a team that's able to win without their best player on the court, um, that brings a certain level of confidence to your team. Because think about it. If your best if your best candidate, your best employee on the court, then and you start having success without them, that's only going to really they're going to upload your confidence. So at the end of the day, we have a team that's really kind of like developing a certain level of character. And I just think again, we got a team full of actual guys that's going to be able to prevail. And at the end of the day, if we got teams that we face that are challenging, we actually are in the games, then that's where I feel like we'll actually be okay, and it's gonna make us better in the long run. But let me go ahead and drop the link for everybody to come in, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of let everybody else take the lead about it. And I apologize, man, for being out for the last few days, but I'm gonna be changing that up now. It's gonna be more lives. Let me go in some of the comments. What's good, Rob?
Salute, BJ. Hey, you sound better today, man, than the last one.
Yeah,
um,
bro. I'm still a little under the weather, but we're gonna get. I know I told people I was gonna do the live, but go ahead.
well, I just want to say I appreciate you doing the live today, man. Thank you, man. Letting us get our voice out there, in our opinions. So I thank you for that.
What you got, bro?
All right, so so I don't know. Hey, did it feel like James Harden was listening to the podcast when we were ranting on him the last few couple of? Seemed like he heard us.
What you mean?
He's been lowering his turnovers these last few games. He has not turned the ball over as a lot. He's been really good with the ball, and
Mm-hmm.
his decision making has been better. I don't know if someone
Mm-hmm.
got in his ear or what, man, but he's been playing fantastic. Yeah, he may pull a lot of field goals, but that's who he is now, man. We just got to deal with that with James Harden, and that's just who we gonna be,
Right.
And um, another thing is too, the dude that we talked with last time, Skills, man. He said a perfect thing. He said, without adversity, this team, needs adversity. And I really sat down and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, man, that's good that we went through these losses. We're going through these losses early and not later. And
Mm-hmm.
the team has been playing great, man. They've been playing great these last 4 games, and I really even T Man's been like, it's like he rather be on the bench. Like he rather come off the bench. He's been way more confident these last few games. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if maybe he can't be a starter. Maybe that's just not who he is. You know, and Amir Coffey's been playing great. He's been playing his ass off, and The whole team has been playing great. I feel like we should still feed Zubac a little more. I feel like we run away from him a lot, but then you know, sometimes Zubac seems like he doesn't want the ball either, though. But then again, it's like I don't know. But I
Right.
think we need to feed him more. And what else, man? We've really been playing good. I really can't really say too much, man. Chris Dunn's playing like a man. His defense is elite, man, and it seems like he's everywhere on the court. Like, did you see
Yeah.
him sky for a couple of those rebounds last night? Like, it
Yeah.
was like, dude, this guy is crazy. I love his defense, man. I love it. I love it. It's like he's single handedly bringing our defense, making it better by himself. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and I just this team has been playing great, man, and I hope we just keep it. Like, it's looking like we're figuring it out. We figure something out. It looked like we figured out what we want to do this year, what we want to be, like who we're gonna be. And we're not going to be that top offense. And unfortunately, until Kawhi get back, we're going to have to go through Harden. And you know, like I said, I talk a lot of shit on Harden, man. And like I said, I never wanted him as a Clipper, but I have to give him his credit, man. He's been playing better these last few games. He's less on the turnovers, and he's been feeding the guys. He's been feeding the other dudes, and the guys are starting to look like they trust him. I don't know. But that's all I gotta say, man. I love these Clippers, man. I love how they're playing right now. They're playing hard and they're playing like they don't want to lose. So I love it.
Hmm. That last part was facts. So yeah, I'm gonna let the next person go.
BJ, what up, baby?
Oh, I think Sean was up, and then you go next, bro.
All right, no, got you, man.
Yeah, good shit, Rob.
Thank you, fellas.
BJ, we the fifth seed, not the sixth seed. Denver ain't got enough W's to keep up with us. They playing that soft fast.
This nigga keep bringing up Denver, bro. Like, why do you keep bringing Denver up?
This
Damn.
this this what y'all fail to realize. We playing the hardest schedule in the West. Phoenix the only schedule in the West that's close to the Clippers. They're playing the hardest schedule. They ain't have Mo Bamba. They got half a brand new team, a full brand new defensive system. They're gonna take some bumps and bruises. That's what they're gonna do. And BJ, you've been mixing up the shows, this, that, and the third. So I can't catch all your shows. You used to time the shows. We used to communicate a lot more than we communicate now. Made it easy.
Somebody else go. Only truth matters. You got it.
So,
I'm not putting up with that shit today, man. I don't have the energy. Sorry. Go ahead, bro.
to the dude that spoke on Terance Mann not being the starter, yo, BJ, I might have to agree with you. So he's not a bum. This is what I've realized about him, BJ. When you watch his college highlights, it tells you most of his damage is done within a transitional open court setting. The problem with Terance Mann is the Clippers are not a fast-paced team. So that's why he doesn't do well as a starter. For me, it looks like he's a scrappy slasher. The only issue with that is we don't really need that. So that's why I go. So I was just saying that just to, because the dude was like his confidence. I personally don't think it really matters. I think either way he's gonna be what he's gonna be. But I can say that they did make the right decision by starting Chris Dunn over him. I definitely can say that. Now, as far as the game yesterday, I was on my way to Fresno, BJ, so I ain't even get a chance to watch it because I didn't have no good service on the Grapevine, but I caught a little bit of it. We definitely on to something at this point. I like the direction that we're trending in. I really do. I like the Mo Bamba pickup was big. He's looking like he got it. He's look like he got heart to him. He definitely do. Like that's a big thing for me. Like I like centers that's tough centers that got heart to them. Harden, he's looking pretty good. The only thing is, I can't agree he's not gonna be productive every single night. Like it's obvious he's not going to be, like I ain't gonna say he's not going to be productive, but he's not going to be offensively productive every single night. But as long as everybody else around can pick up the slack, then in my opinion, I feel like we'll be fine. Like I said, I didn't really get to watch much of the game. I watched maybe snippets of it. So for me, it looked like Sacramento did miss a lot of threes on what you was talking about. And I looked at the stat sheet, so it's like it looked like De'Aaron Fox really didn't come alive to like I want to say the third or the fourth, but it probably was too late at that point. So yeah, but like I said, I'm excited. We hopefully we could build off this, and we could build something positive moving forward. Now, as far as this is the last thing I'm gonna say, Kevin Porter, I need this guy to find his 3-point shot, man. I don't know, for some reason his jump shot just looked broken. Yo, BJ, like, do you see it? Like, it looks like it's broken a little bit.
Who shot?
Kevin Porter Jr.
Yeah, he's not an outside. He's not a gunner. But you know something about KPJ I'm liking?
What?
And this may just be off of the teams that he's been playing against. But I'm like I said, I was gonna give him some time.
Mm-hmm.
He's never lost confidence.
Yeah.
He's never lost his confidence.
I agree.
He's still confident, but his shot broke as fuck. He can't shoot at all. His shot fucking sucks.
Every time he shoot it, I'll be like, yeah, he gonna miss it. He's gonna miss it. Break. I'll be like, yeah, I figured that. Again, I like the fact he could beat his man off the dribble. It looked like in the mid range, he's pretty decent in the mid range. So again, like I said, me and Coffee, I like him. The Jordan Miller kid, I haven't seen much from him. They said he was real big in summer league. I got the summer league recorded on my DVR, so I might double back and go watch it. But I haven't seen nothing from him on the NBA level. So again, I'm gonna keep a close eye on him and see what he could do. But yeah, like I said, what we did yesterday was pretty good. I like what we're doing.
Agree. Let's go to Mash. I'm going to my man Mash. I'm going to go to JN. What's good, Mash?
What up, fellas? What up, BJ? Yeah, I watched that game last night, fellas. Hey, when you play defense, you're going to be in games, right? You're going to give your chances. You're going to give yourself a chance to win. And so one thing that they've been doing all year long is playing defense. And if I'm not mistaken, they mentioned their ranking last night. I think I'm not sure if they said they were top 3, 4, 5, or 6. Somewhere around there they were for the season. The Clippers are. And so when you do that, make or miss shots, you're going to be in ball games. I agree. Kevin Porter Jr. doesn't lack confidence. It's a make or miss league. And so I do appreciate that, right? Because the thing is this, they need him to be aggressive. They need him to take shots and be that 6 man off the bench, make or miss. Because listen, I mean, a shot is better than no shot. And so you still have to make the team react to what you're doing offensively. I do think that his perimeter game will come around, shooter, shoot, scorer, score. He's just going through a stretch where he's not putting the ball in the basket at a high rate. And that's okay, right? I mean, if you're winning ball games, then that's all that matters. I mean, go look at my Rockets. I mean, Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet aren't having the best seasons from a shooting standpoint, but the Rockets are still winning games, and they're doing other things to impact winning. Obviously, James Harden is he's going to set the table. I think he's playing good basketball, but he's doing what he always does. And so I'm not going to harp too much on him. I mean, he is who he is, right? He's a great NBA facilitator. And when you need him the most, he's not going to show up. And so I'm not tripping off him. The thing is this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure if you guys touched on this yet, but how is all this going to work? How is all this going to be implemented when you guys get Kawhi back? Because that's all I care about. I don't care what they're doing right now, because when Kawhi comes back, it's going to put guys in their proper space, in their proper roles. guys aren't going to get shots that they were typically getting because you have to implement, and Kawhi has to come in doing what he does. I will say this though, I was impressed with last night's game because Norman Powell didn't play, and you guys beat a very good Kings team. Even though the Kings right now are, I think they're 8-8 or 500. Don't let their record fool you. You know what I'm saying? They've had some injuries as well, but you beat a good Kings team, right? And the Kings are a good offensive team for the record, and you guys just clamped them down, bro. Now, granted, they missed a lot of open shots, and Keegan missed some shots, and Darren missed some shots, and I thought DeMar could have been much more aggressive. But I gotta give credit where credit is due. That defense by the Clippers, top notch, bro, top notch. And so credit to Jet Van Gundy, Ty Lue, and the staff, because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, like those type of coaches don't get their credit. And so the offense will come around. The defense has been consistent and steady. And so if you're a Clippers fan right now, you guys are going through a good stretch. Now, looking forward, the schedule does get a little bit tougher, or some teams in there. You got Minnesota coming up. You got the 76ers, and you got Boston. You got the Nuggets in your next 4, 5, 6 games. And so if y'all can go 4-2, 3-3, then you'll take that, right? And so as long as you're hovering over 500 and you're staying afloat and you're in the playoff picture when Kawhi gets back, and let Kawhi get his feet wet, then, hey, I mean, whatever happens from that point, then that's what happens. But I'm going to assess this team up until this point. They're 10-7. They have a elite defense, and I can't say anything bad about the team, bro. They're playing good basketball. They're defending, and they're getting wins. I don't care how they get wins at this point. They're getting wins. And so at this point, that's all that matters. So I can't criticize this team, BJ, in no way, bro. They're playing good ball right now.
Yeah. They're playing great ball, and I want to hear what JM had to say, and then I'm going to get my 2 cents in again. But appreciate Mass. I'm going to JM real quick.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. If you celebrate it, if not, go Clippers. Salute BJ, the panel, chat, everybody. I'm gonna even be in the Thanksgiving feeling today. Maz, you was absolutely right about your damn Harden. So, any rebuttal I ever had that you was wrong about your own player, I was totally wrong. You know what I'm saying? I think he's I'm gonna take it a little bit further than how you think he just fails. I actually think he's gambling. I know a lot. I've met a lot of players who shade points. Like, to me, it's hard to understand how a person will be all nice and then sometime go cold and be nice again. And for some reason, he always does it in the second and in the fourth quarter late in games. To me, that's more than coincidence. It takes a lot of planning to know when to mess up at the precise time. But I'm gonna leave that alone because this a great win show. I think the best pickup we got was Van Gundy because this first time, and I'm not even gonna harp on Ty Lue. By now, everybody know how I feel about him, so I'm not even going back in the past no more. Point blank, period. Uh, Van Gundy was the best pickup we got all season. We have never looked this good in the whole Ty Lue tenure. Like, the offense still looks the exact same. It's hit and miss. When you shoot 94 times and your percentage is 20 something percent, and then the other one is 40, and then and he brags about 40 something and then the reporter came at him like, fam, you shot 40 something times and you only hit 10 of them. Like, the reporters just started to question him and all that. So all that's going to work out itself. It was a great win. Our defense has been saving us. Our records could be, I ain't going to be going with it, coulda, shoulda, but our defense can only hold up so long. Our offense got to at least start scoring points. You can't have your defense, not even in football, in the game, the whole game. Eventually, the other team going to score with 2 minutes left. So I just hope we keep building on the offense. This ISO is incredibly terrible, but I already said that. I'm not going to harp on that. KPJ, he coming into his own, so that's good. Obama playing, Jordan Miller playing. We finally starting to use our whole freaking team. So We looking up and up, and then we won the NBA game in the NBA Cup. We don't even get no coverage. Fan, we not be but anyway, so let's go Clippers, persevering. I'm not sure the coach never will, but it's enough. It's enough cushion around him to make him do right. Make him want to do right. Go Clippers. Peace.
Peace. Y'all got it.
Hey, JM, I just wanted to
Wait,
say on
wait,
that.
wait.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead,
Can I
go ahead.
wait, I'm sorry. I forgot something. Just give me a PS. One thing, and about my dude Kawhi. He's gonna. There shouldn't be no problem worried about how he gonna fit in into an ISO system. There's no set positions or nothing. He just take one. That's one, I guess, silver lining of Ty's offense. They're interchangeable. They all do everything. So if that's the case, then just take somebody out, put Kawhi in, or leave Kawhi on the bench. What I've been stressing, let him come in with T-Man. T-Man happened to be doing better on the bench. I wonder why. Maybe because the bench players has a whole different coach. That could be why he feels better in that system. He feels more comfortable. You know, it's a different coach running that league. So anyway, Kawhi coming back is going to fit in just fine. That's one silver lining of us playing ISO. It ain't well, who position you going to take? We have no positions. We are a positionless team. That's what ISO is. That's why Zoo don't get the ball that much. When you got a bunch of ISO players, ain't damn one of them thinking about passing. That's the
Ain't
whole point
nobody
of
worried.
ISO.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ain't
but
that's
nobody.
anyway, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. I'm sorry. That's all. I dropped the mic. My fault. Thank you.
Ain't nobody worried about Kawhi Leonard playing basketball like that. I mean, he's going to be just fine. It's the other guys that I'm worried about that have to adjust to him. I mean,
They
you're
how? They're not.
yeah,
They're not
that's
in the
true.
position either. They don't got to see. That's one silver lining about ISO. So you don't understand. ISO is playground basketball. I happen to know what the definition is. I played it.
uh,
When you play that type of style, that the players on the court don't know what position they in. Didn't T-Man say that himself? He has no idea. He just plays.
I'm
They
not
literally
sure.
just play basketball. They
I'm
just
not
play
sure.
basketball.
I'm not sure what that has to do with what I'm saying. I mean, you talking about
That's
someone
saying that if they just play basketball,
like I
if you
said,
just got
man.
5 people playing ISO, then you just put
This
another player in. It's
this
simple.
is a National Basketball Association. When Kawhi comes back, there's a pecking order. It just is what it is. Anybody who's been around it knows what I mean when I say that. And so I'm not worried about Kawhi Leonard. I think he'll be just fine. It's going to be the other guys who have to adjust to him, and that's
Take off
just
the best player. Take off the weakest link. It's real simple. Take off the one who's scoring the less. Put
okay.
Kawhi in.
So you think it's that easy, huh? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's one good thing
Uh,
about playing ISO. The
yeah,
interchangeable.
it's not that easy, bro. I mean, you can't give me one situation where a guy of that magnitude has missed that much time. He comes back and then it's just a seamlessly fit.
Why are you
No,
worried about Kawhi? We winning. Why are you even asking about him? And didn't Harden tell you
no, it's
that? Kawhi be ready
hold
with
on,
Kawhi
guys.
ready.
I'm not sure if a Clipper fan can comprehend what I'm saying. I said it 3 times now. I'm not worried about Kawhi
And it
Leonard.
doesn't matter.
Bro,
Why are
can
you
I finish
asking?
what I'm saying, man? You keep butting in when I'm trying to
My
get this.
fault. I'm sorry. My fault. I
I'm not
apologize.
worried about Kawhi Leonard. He's going to be just fine. I've said that 3 times now. But we have to factor in Kawhi Leonard because at some point, what the Clippers are doing good right now, you have to implement him back into what they're doing. Like, this is
I just
basketball. Kawhi
I just
Leonard.
answered your
And
question 3 times. It ain't gonna matter. We play ISO. Take the person who scored the less out the game.
what does that mean? You played ISO
That
last
means
year and we
exactly
came
what
back
I
for
said.
Dallas. Hold on. Y'all played ISO more last year with PG on the roster, and he came back versus the Dallas Mavericks, and we all agreed that it was a shit show. Like, guys,
Who's
yeah,
all we? You
yeah.
not a Clipper fan? Why you keep saying we? You a Clipper fan now?
Did you not come to the show after last year versus Dallas, and we all agreed on that?
No, we didn't agree on anything. Who's
Well,
we?
BJ talked about it. Thomas talked about it.
That wasn't we, dude.
They talked about how it was an adjustment, and the team didn't look good because Kawhi didn't play the last 2 months of the season, And
Okay. Now watch this. If he did great, if he
what?
did great, if he did great, would it be a conversation?
He didn't do great, bro. So it's a moot point. What's
So
your
I'm
point?
saying if he did, so
He
it's not
didn't do
really a
great.
factor. It's not a factor,
Talking about
bro.
here, guys. I mean,
Move
is
on. Can
okay?
the next speaker speak up? Move on.
Crazy.
Oh God.
My bad, Robert.
No, you good, man. Hey, I hear. Hey, Mass, I hear what you're trying to say, man.
Of
And
course you do, bro. Of course you do.
and I I wanted to go back to the cup. As a Clippers fan, man, can I be honest with you guys? I don't want to win that little cup, bro. As a Clipper fan, I wouldn't want to win that because I know the hate that comes from as a Clipper fan, and I already know the comments that people would say if we won that cup. And but anyways, get back to what you guys were saying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't understand how it's gonna work when he comes back because that is a big question, because that's gonna mess up the whole how guys are gonna have to refigure out where they're at on the court. How,
Absolutely, bro. It's basketball. Of course. Thank you for saying that.
and,
Man. Anyway, I'm gonna listen. I'm Thanksgiving. I'm gonna listen. My fault. Thanksgiving. Go ahead.
oh man, yeah, but yeah, man. Honestly, as a Clipper fan, I just feel like we're gonna get a lot of hate even if we had a chance to win that cup, bro. I wouldn't want it. I'd rather go for the championship.
Hey man, I'm glad that we're giving Jeff Van Gundy credit because he's an old school coach. He believes in defense first. He's coached
Man,
those.
I
He
love
coached
it, man.
teams,
I love
and
this is the defense we should have had when they first came when
yeah,
Kawhi and Paul George first got together.
he's a defensive guru, and so I mean that's his calling card. So for him to come in and get this team playing at this level defensively without Kawhi Leonard, it's impressive. And so I gotta give credit where credit is due. And so that's pretty cool.
I see Jeff Van Gundy on the side during the games. He's getting up off his chair and putting guys in position on defense. You see it. He's like yelling at
Oh
dudes,
yeah.
"Hey, get over there, get over there!" You know. So I love it, man. I love it. I love
Well, I
it.
mean, bro, Jeff Van Gundy has been around. I mean, he has coached some of the lesser qualifying USA teams. His voice is well known around the NBA circles. He has cachet. He's coached in the 90s. He's coached against Michael, Kobe. And so guys respect him. Tyronn Lue respects him. And so there's times where Ty's sitting down and you'll see Jeff just like pop up and like signal defensively and just like, I mean, you
Take
can tell
over. I love it. Yeah.
And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this team needs. And so I'm glad they made that. And also, too, I'm shocked that Jeff came out of retirement to do that because he's older. I mean, him and his brother Stan, like, those guys are like coachers, like old school gurus. And so for him to come out of retirement and go to that team, yeah, I mean, that's
Hey,
a big
Mass,
deal.
wasn't Jeff Van Gundy the what's the goal before he got the choke? Wasn't he not announcing games, but he was commentating for the Clippers?
I don't think he was ever commentating for the Clippers. I mean, he did the ABC games or like the national TV
I'm trying
games,
to
but
remember.
Yeah, he did the ABC games and
yeah, I don't
ESPN.
think he did the Clippers
Okay,
games.
okay.
That's
Bet.
Jimmy Jackson. That's Jim Jackson and some other guys, but I never seen Jeff do those games.
Oh, okay, my bad. I think I was thinking of someone else. Then my fault.
No, it's all good, bro. Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, I mean, Clippers are playing good ball right now, man. Playing good ball, and they're defending. And when you defend, you're going to be in ball games. And so, we got to praise them and give them credit while they're doing it.
Wait, Doc. Can we have a Clipper fan actually talk? Jesus, guys, I'm sorry. Happy Thanksgiving.
What's wrong with this guy, bro? Like, I mean, I'm giving them credit, and he's still mad at me, guys. It's crazy.
Yo, look. All right, so everybody, that's JM. You'll get used to JM after a while. You'll get
I know
used
who
to
he is, man. He's a delusional man. I know who he is, bro.
Yo,
Well, see,
listen,
there go the
me and
name
JM,
calling. See,
all me
there
and
go the
JM
name
do is
calling. I'm a
argue.
Clipper fan. They call me Clipper Dan, my effer. I'm Clipper Dan. I'm just my team. You come from another team over here to commentate. Come on, man.
I come
You
over
the
to
ball.
details
Well, go
and give
ahead and talk, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah,
Too
you
bad
too,
you
man.
never talk about the Rockets, though. Too bad your
Yeah,
Rockets ain't got no
well,
stream. Hey, maybe you could start a Rocket stream.
Well, actually, I talk Rockets basketball like after every game. So, in case you didn't know that. Secondly, my Rockets are what 12-5, 13, somewhere around there. I mean, we're playing good. Oh, we just beat you guys back to back games, right? Last week.
Well, why are
Okay,
you here then,
that was easy
homie? Why
work.
are you here?
That was
Why are
easy
you
work, man.
here? Why you
I
Well,
guess
here,
I'm
they
here
would
homie?
say the
because
Rockets humbled us for sure.
I'm here because I like to support BJ, and I'm giving you guys
Hey, but
credit
hey, happy
on your last four
Thanksgiving. My
games.
fault. My fault, Miles. My
Yeah,
fault.
he's
Happy Thanksgiving,
yeah,
man.
Matt is
Happy
a regular.
Thanksgiving.
Damn, he's a
I
regular.
gotta come support BJ, bro, and give
No,
Clipper.
you right. You right. I get too emotional, so I'm Clipper Dan, man. My fault. Hey,
I
welcome.
get too emotional.
You know what I'm saying? I like my team, man. I'm a Raider fan. So if you're a Raider fan, you know how that emotion feels. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all good. My fault. I'm just gonna listen from now
JM, I
on. You
told
go ahead
you.
and talk.
JM, listen to me. I told you a long time ago. Don't be talking up here, man. You a Raider fan. Stop it.
Hey, that should let you know how passionate I am about the Clippers, right? They both the same way.
Hey, that's a
I
lot of
just
hurt to
like
go through. I
my
ain't gonna hold you, B.
That's a
Yeah,
lot
that
of
is.
hurt. I just like my team. I don't even really watch our games that much unless we get to the playoffs. I'm used to us losing, but we look damn good though.
Let me go to my man Bruce real quick. What's good, Bruce?
Hey, what's up, guys? Everybody, hope you guys are good. And seems like you under the weather, BJ. Hope you feel better. Um,
Hey,
so I'm gonna say everything, and I'm not gonna say PS. I have one more thing to say, so I'm not gonna drop the mic. I'm gonna say everything. I think the Clippers are doing well considering that they missing players, and Chris Dunn was a good signing, and Zubac is Chris Dunn and Zubac are playing great defense, and the coaching staff has been doing well, especially even Gandhi. I have to admit, I was skeptical, but now I'm a believer. Um, I don't know if Terance Mann is gonna finish this season with the team. I don't know if KPJ is gonna finish the season with the Clippers. So Clippers are have had one of the hardest schedule, and they still okay right now. So it's a good sign. Even with James Harden shooting, I think he's shooting like 30%, something, 33, 31, something like that. So they have to keep going. And they started losing a lot at home, but they have been winning the last couple games. So if they need to get really good at home, win a lot at home, be dominant at home, especially with the wall, and win couple games on the road, And they have beat Golden State, one of the best team right now, twice. So, and I think they could beat Phoenix even if KD was there. So the Clippers are not great championship right now, but they're good. They're good. They're decent. They're decent. You know, so they need to keep going. That's all.
okay. Appreciate you. Yeah, y'all got it.
Hey, can I say also, like that was really good defense on De'Aaron Fox last night. Like Chris Dunn, and then once Chris Dunn went out and Terrence Mann came in and started guarding him, he also did good defense. So, man, this defense is really like, man, it's different, man. And T Man, he's in. I think we were saying, what's it called? Truth was talking about it. He made. I think you made a good. That was a good way to describe T Man. He's a slashing. What'd you say? A slashing what? Truth, or is he still here? Oh, he left. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Yeah, he was saying something. He was a slashing something, but I don't. I feel like he should be the ball handler coming off the bench because he really, since he's so passive, like I feel like he makes pretty good choices with the ball in his hands. You know what I'm saying? Definitely for that second unit. Because I feel like KPJ shouldn't always bring the ball down sometimes. Because KPJ is an underrated passer, but I, I I just think he shouldn't have the ball in his hands all the time. Like let him come down every now and then, but not bringing the ball down every time.
I saw the Clippers bench reaction. I think couple games ago, or 4 days ago, or 3 or 4 days ago, when KPJ had the ball and was doing stupid mistakes, and they were saying, "Oh my God!" So
Yeah, that's
I
been
don't
one of
know.
his downfalls, guys. I mean, even in Houston, he has like when the ball's in his hands, he has tunnel vision. He's not looking to like play make. He's looking to score the basketball because that's what he's been asked to do. His entire career, and so I mean, I do agree. He's a okay passer, but nah, I don't want Terance Mann bring the ball up court facilitating no goddamn offense. Terance Mann is a role player. Terance Mann, no. And again, I thought I'm not sure who it was, but made a great point. The fact that you guys have done, and he's playing good defense, and he can knock down the 3-point shot at a decent clip, good enough, then maybe Terance Mann can be a trade piece to bring back something or a few more pieces to help you guys out. I mean, that's not such a bad idea.
Time out, time out, time out. You
You know
go
what
in the
I'm saying?
Clipper zone. Go in the Clipper
Yeah, that's
zone. Man, Man is better than what you think he is. Y'all, I don't like y'all talking about T Man like that. Man, T Man held us together when Kawhi and PG was out. T Man the one had the 46-point game against the Suns. T Man
You
is
you
and
know
he could
you
play
know
point guard.
you know
Oh, no,
JM. We can have opinions. We can have different opinions, right?
Yes,
We
you
got
right.
can,
theory.
but I can also have an opinion. Just because you say something don't make it concrete, don't make it right. My opinion goes against your opinion. So why are you crying? You make your so what you said is actual truth. It's not actual truth. T
I wonder
Man
who's
can
crying.
be a
I
point
wonder
guard.
who's crying between me and you.
Yeah,
But
nobody
go
was
ahead.
crying or said it was the truth. We
Yeah,
just
T
worse.
Man, y'all keep talking about trading T Man
Hey,
for what?
Mass, as a Clippers
For
fan,
what?
though, that would hurt a lot to see him go. But I mean,
You got
T
done
Man
though.
realistically,
is the anchor.
that
Man, what you mean? Really hurt T Man the anchor. T Man is really the he's the
look, Dan, I
he's the
wouldn't want him
one.
to go. Like, but
Hey,
right now, it's
Nah,
that's
give
where
him
it's
a
looking
better
like it's
coach.
headed.
Give him a better coach. T Man won a ring in
Here
college,
we go.
fam. See, you
You
don't
said you
know
were
T
gonna leave
Man.
Kylo alone. Now
T
you
Man
like that.
played in college. T Man could play point guard. He proved it. T Man had saved our season even when Paul George and Kawhi was out. So
I
you're
don't
not a
remember
Clipper fan.
Terrence Mann's
You
season,
were
Bruce.
so who was the point guard? T Man. T Man had the 46 game when
I don't
Paul
think
George
I don't think
and
the
Kawhi
Clippers
stepped
owner
out.
cry as much for the Clippers like you do.
Nah,
You
see,
don't
you
let
don't know
people.
about my team, man. You
Yes,
can't be making comments
And
about my team.
the
you don't
crazy
let
thing
people.
is, though, JM, is that what's going to happen when Kawhi do come back? Where's that leave team in?
T Man gonna be good. He ain't going nowhere. Why y'all work? Y'all picking out the wrong people.
Because look how Coffee's been playing, JM. Coffee's been
So
freaking.
what?
So
And
where is that's what I'm saying is like where is he gonna fit in when Kawhi do come back?
T
Where's T Man?
Man
Where's
come
that
off
lead
the
team in?
bench. T Man already on the bench. He comfortable with the benches coach. He comfortable where
Yeah,
he at.
and I
He's on
see
the
that.
bench.
I agree. I agree with you on that. He looks
So what
way
Kawhi?
more
So
comfortable.
why would Kawhi affect T Man? T Man, Kawhi gonna be on the bench with T Man. What are you talking about?
Hey, he said
They
that Terrence
both
Mann is
coming
the
off the
anchor,
bench.
Bruce. He said that
Yeah.
Terrence Mann is the anchor. So if he's your anchor,
So
man, then
you're not a Clipper fan, so you wouldn't
Can
know that.
can
You
can
wouldn't know
can
that
I
we hit the
hear what
46.
Mass is saying, please? Can I hear what Mass is saying?
Who got us to the finals last year? It was T Man. T Man the one had 46 points. What are you talking about against the
you said
Suns?
finals
46
last year.
points.
What do you mean finals last
And
year?
he's
You just said
proved it. And once again, he was the
It
point
was a few
guard
years
I,
when
ago. It was a
Kawhi
few
and
years ago,
Paul
Dan.
George was out. So
I
T
guess
Man proved his worth.
I guess Thanksgiving is over. You're in
Hold
Black
on,
Friday
hold
now.
on, hold on. JM, he had 39.
He's like,
Well,
You talking about the
39. Okay,
39 point?
39.
Yeah,
Yeah.
39.
no versus Utah Jazz. So
39. Okay, 39. So BJ T Man is an anchor on our team. He just give him a better coach. That's why he on the bench with a different coach.
He's the
And
anchor of the team. I hope the shit doesn't sink. But okay.
T Man had two. How many? Yo, didn't T Man just have two defensive stops against the other game we won? What 3 games ago? Wasn't that T Man?
yeah, it
Stopped the
was.
best players twice in a row, and we
Yeah, it was.
won.
Yeah.
What? Was I only one saw that game?
Now, look, like I said, JL, I love T Man, man. I really do. I hope he never gets traded from the Clippers. But a lot of, I don't know. Go ahead. I don't
Yo,
know.
hey, you know what? On some real stuff. How can y'all never say y'all should trade PJ Tucker? Why y'all trying to get rid of our stars? Why?
I know. Hey.
What do you mean stars? Like Terance Mann ain't no star. He averaging
Yeah,
5 points,
to us
shooting
he
40%
is.
from the
Not to
field,
you. You're a Rockets fan,
29%
remember? So
Hold
stop
on. So
saying us.
are you
Why
saying
you
that Terance
keep
Mann?
saying us?
Are you saying that Terance Mann is a star?
Yeah, I'm saying Terrence Mann did start, and he started for the 2 years when Paul George and
That's not what
Kawhi
I
was
asked,
out,
man. I said, are
and
you
we
saying he's a
still
star?
contended.
Are you
I
calling
just
him
he
a
point
star?
guard. Yes, he played point guard. Once again, if you're a Clipper fan, you know that. But since you're a Rocket fan visiting, you don't know that.
Bruce and Robert Duff, a guy who was averaging 5 points, shooting 40% from the field, 29% from the 3-point range.
See,
I
that's
mean,
what I don't like.
he
You
is
attacking my
untradeable.
team. You think I ain't gonna say nothing?
I
See, that's
mean,
your
he's not.
problem.
He's a role player. He's a role player.
Yeah, you can
That's
say whatever you want, but I watched T-Man keep our team in playoff contention without Kawhi and PG. So you can
why is
say
he
whatever you want.
so if he's everything you say he is, then why is Tyronn Lue only playing him 20 minutes a game then?
Well, like I said, give him a better coach. That's why he's on the bench and he's doing a whole lot better
So
lately coming off the
so
bench.
Blake Griffin was traded. Paul George was let go, and T-Man cannot be traded.
I ain't gonna speak on that. All I'm gonna keep saying is T-Man look a whole lot better with a different coach coming off the bench, don't he?
How do you know that
Which
he didn't
coach?
see it before?
Don't worry. Hey, if you know our team, you will know them answers.
Which
So
coach?
I'm not even gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not getting to all of that.
You
No, I'm
got into
not.
all of that because you're interrupting.
Well, yeah, you talking, you spreading
You
false
said you weren't
information
giving.
about
This
my
All
is
right, y'all.
team.
frustrating
Let
for
me
you.
let me go to old man real quick. I'm gonna let y'all get back to what y'all
Yeah,
doing.
let old man get in here. Thank you, BJ.
It's good, old man.
What's good, family? How everybody doing?
Salute, old man.
All right. Great win by the Clips. Uh, I'm looking for them to have a really good month. Hopefully, we can go about 10-6, 11-5. That'll be great. That'll give some good cushion going into next month because the schedule is pretty tough for us. So defense is playing really well. They rated fourth in the league right now. After I looked it up, a lot of effort. Uh, they playing good on the wings, good wing defense. So you have to give them credit. But 26 in scoring at 105, 106 points a game, we got to clean that up, because when teams start to get deep into the season, everything is going to start gelling for other teams. So uh, we know we don't have the best shooters. JM brought up a good point in that interview Ty Lue did. Ty Lue want to shoot 43 pointers a game. That's absurd uh, when you're only shooting at a 30% clip. There's other ways you can get 3-point uh, field goals as far as going to the hole, getting fouls, getting the other team in foul trouble, you know. But this perimeter game is not going to be good for us in the playoffs. I think Ty Lue needs to expand his offensive strategy, use Zubac more because, 10 points for the biggest guy on the court when he has the potential to be a scorer will really do us justice. Uh, I think he can pass the ball out. If he get the ball more, he can pass the ball out to the shooters and make the defense collapse, as I always say. But 105 points a game, 6 points a game, that's pretty low in scoring. So I know when the big guy get back, with his 20, 22, 23-point average, all depends. Norman Powell, he may settle in between 18 and 20, when everybody is healthy and playing together, So I think we in a really good position right now in this month. And I like what I'm seeing. Jeff Van Gundy, old school coach, all the way back to Patrick Ewing days. I think what's really hurting the scoring is a lot of effort on defense, which is good. It's good that you have a lot of effort on defense, but being a two-way player, you get tired out a lot. So it's going to have to be more strategized, I believe, on defense. And mind you, we beating certain teams also. It's certain teams that we are beating. So we beat the best team in the league at one point in time twice, Golden State Warriors. But then we end up losing against Houston, which is a very good team this year. And then, there's other teams we lost against. But this month I had really wanted the Clippers to do well, and they doing well as far as record-wise to give that cushion for the big guy when he comes back and get acclimated into the offense and into the defense. So I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Y'all got it.
Yeah, I agree, old man. And I'm glad you
Yep.
mentioned Jet Gundy and the old Knicks days, and he brings that type of toughness and listen. Jet Van Gundy brings a level of accountability that a lot of new coaches don't have in this new era, and so he believes in old school coaching values. I know Tyrone was the head coach, and it's his way, but I can't imagine, Ty not having the open ear to Jeff on that sideline, and you can see it. And so I agree, oh man, up until this point, because I'm only assessing up until this point, they're playing good basketball, man. And a fourth ranked defense without Kawhi Leonard, with Terance Mann playing limited minutes at 20 minutes a game. I mean, how can you not be impressed, man? So yeah, they're off to listen, they're 10-7. I mean, I think you guys as Clipper fans would take that. If you told me 17 games into the season, they'll be 10-7. Now I will say this, that December schedule. Oh Lord, it's tough. It's tough. And so we're gonna see what this team is about. But then again, though, I have to assess even that with a, grade them on a curve, because what we see now is not going to be the full team that we see, in 2025 when Kawhi gets back, or possibly some moves being made. And so, you take it for what it is. And at this point, old man and panel, if you're a Clippers fan, you just want to win games. That's it. I don't care how you win, just win games. If it's ugly, then who cares? Just win games until
And
you
that's
guys get full.
and that's a very important point. That's the reason I wanted them to really dig into this month, because like you said, December is a hard schedule. So we get some cushion, and uh, like you said, if we're above 500 when the big guy gets back, I think we'll be in a good position going into January. You
Yeah,
know, and
for
he'll
sure,
be
man.
healthy, and he won't have that much stress on his health. And man, if we can get to that point in January above 500, I think the sky's the limit for us.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, oh man, I want to ask you because we were having a conversation before you got on. What do you think about T-Man's game so
I
far
like
this year?
T-Man personally. I think, like I've always said, he reminds me of Drew Holiday. I'm not saying he is Drew Holiday or he's equal to him. He reminds me of Drew Holiday. I believe he's a he has shown to be a very good all-around player when given the opportunity. But when you lose confidence, it's like last year, Terance Mann didn't have no confidence in his shot starting off. And then all of a sudden he rounded off coming into All-Star break. He rounded off. And then he started playing very well down the stretch. When you lose that confidence, or when you have people lose confidence in your game, it's going to show. And he just had to have individuals to believe in him. I think Paul George was a big factor in believing in him, and you have to have people around you to, you know, when you're not playing well, you have to have people around you to say, okay, man, you're going to make it through this bad stretch. You're just going through a bad stretch right now. But Terance Mann, he has the experience to be in that playoff rotation. I don't care what nobody say. When it comes to that playoff rotation, Terance Mann has the experience to be in that playoff rotation. He's proven, just like Amir Coffey, just like Norman Powell. That's the reason I say what's going to be that 8-man rotation when we make it to the playoffs. That's going to be very important because a lot of guys that we clamoring over now is not going to be in the rotation.
Oh man,
sorry.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Yeah, wait, hold up. Can I jump in? Like I be trying not to say nothing.
No,
up yours, buddy. Up yours, buddy. You've been talking for a whole hour. I actually tracked you. You like Google
today
talk.
I'm putting my foot down, man. I'm
Bruce,
gonna ask my question and then you can
okay, Bruce.
do your
Okay, Bruce. I didn't know it was you. I didn't know it was you, Bruce. My fault. Go ahead, Bruce.
Okay.
I thought it was
My
nice.
question, Mr. Oldman, is do you think Terance Mann can go another level?
Like I said, Bruce, Terance Mann, if on the Clippers playoff time, it's going to be in the rotation. Point blank, period. You know, I know we see these other guys, you know, Chris Dunn and KPJ and you know these certain other guys that we see this rookie, you know. I know they playing well. Everybody plays well when you know there's no pressure on you. But when there's pressure on you, like playoff pressure, that's a different story. So you got to have T-Man, Amir Coffey, and Norman Powell. Now, if Norman Powell gonna be in the starting lineup along with James Harden and Derrick Jones Jr. and Kawhi Leonard, along with Zubac, then of course one of those guys who you gonna have in the rotation, Dunn, or you gonna have KPJ, or you gonna have Jordan Miller. See, when you're thinking long term, you got to go with experience, and then some of those guys may be trade pieces to bring somebody in, you know, so you let them play at the beginning of the season to let other teams know this is how these guys can play for you in order to, you know, get you a much needed piece going into the playoffs. So I can see how this is shaping up. And like Bruce says, I don't think Terance Mann going anywhere, but I can see some other guys going some other places.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I have a love for T-Man. I don't want him to go nowhere, man. And like you said, in the playoffs, you could tell he wanted. You could tell he wanted. Because even last year, when we lost at the end of that game, you could see him crying at the end of the bench. He was crying. So you can tell he wanted. So that's why I have this love for him, man. Like, I know he wants it. It just sucks to see him not performing to his capabilities.
Hey, once again, I hate to interrupt. Newsflash, T-Man been doing great coming off the bench. What game have y'all been watching?
No, I agree with you on that one, JM. I agree with you on that. He has been.
He doing good coming off the bench. He got a different coach. He fine. You just think to yourself, oh yeah, I agree. I watched the game. So I don't understand. How can you say he should be traded and then say, well, he is doing good?
I didn't say he should be traded. I didn't say that.
Oh, my fault. My fault. There's so many people talk about my team or our team that I mix their voices up. They all sound like blah 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 to me.
Okay, so he said that Terance Mann is doing great off the bench. He's playing 20 minutes off the bench.
Blah blah blah. And here
I
go the first blah blah blah.
I have to finish my statement. Terance Mann off the bench is playing less minutes than Chris Dunn, who's playing 22 minutes, who's been more productive. Terance Mann off the bench. Now, old man, I mean, you call this great, bro? 40% from the field, 29% from the three-point range. I mean, if that's great off your bench, then okay, cool. I got you, man. Listen, the truth is this, man. We like Terance Mann. I think he's a cool kid. I do think he cares. He's passionate. I'm not arguing
Who
that.
the heck is we?
I'm not done yet talking, bro. This is crazy. But we have to call a spade, man. When a guy's not playing well, he's just not playing well. Okay. And old man made a great point. You can tell that somebody, I don't know who this is, but the Clippers don't believe in Terance Mann the way y'all do, right? Because if they did, he would be playing more than 20 minutes a game. Chris Dunn came in his first year and playing more minutes, more productive. Chris Dunn is basically doing what.
No. Stop with the missing more.
I got it.
Hold on. Okay, JM, you can't interrupt. I know you want to speak. I got you, but you gotta let people speak, man, because we got other people who want to give their opinions. You know what I'm saying? You're always welcome here, but let's Matt finish, and then you can go.
And I know that what I'm saying is, I mean, I don't want to come across as being like negative or hating, but I assess basketball a certain way, you guys. And so when somebody says somebody's having a good season and then I reel off what they're doing off the bench, then it doesn't add up. Like 2 + 2 is 4. Like 29% from the 3-point range, that's not good off the bench. 40% from the floor off the bench, that's not good. 5 points, that's not good. And again, the Clippers, listen, Chris Dunn is basically doing what T-Man should be doing consistently. And so somebody asked a question, can Terance Mann elevate? No. Not on this roster, he can't. I mean, he's reached his peak on this roster. He is who he is. Ain't no Clipper coach going to put the offense in his hands, right? I mean, for crying out loud, Chris Dunn, Batum, Amir Coffey, I mean, why would Terance Mann elevate his game for it? Like, those coaches feel better about those players than they do Terance Mann. Because again, if Terance was everything y'all say he is, he would be playing more than 20 minutes a game. And he's not. And when he is on the court, he's not producing. He's not knocking down shots at a high clip, right? He's not shooting the ball overall well from the floor. Does he have some good defensive plays in him? Yeah, he does. But Chris Dunn's doing all that. Chris Dunn's knocking down threes. He's playing defense. He's a pest on defense. He's picking up 90 feet. And so Chris Dunn has given the Clippers a reason to explore trading options. Now, Oldman says, come postseason time, you trust veterans and blah, blah, blah. There's some truth to that, old man. But, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, I feel good about Chris Dunn playing the bulk of the minutes in that Terance Mann role. He's just better. He's a better player than Terance Mann. He just is. And I don't see no comparison. My last point. I don't see no comparison between Terance Mann and Jrue Holiday. Nothing. I can't think of one thing that there is a comparison on. Defensively, night and day. IQ, stop it. Passing, no. I mean, offensively, Jrue Holiday is just miles ahead of Terance Mann. And so, I mean, I appreciate the comparison, man, but I don't see it, old man. But he's not having a good season, old man. He's just not. And the truth hurts, and it is what it is, man.
And I respect your opinion. And you know
yes,
what?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yours too, man.
And that's the reason I say he's not Jrue Holiday. I said he's like Jrue Holiday. I just said to what extent, but he reminds me of Jrue Holiday. Now, let's not forget, Terance Mann was a very integral part in their playoff, when they was making it to the playoffs and they got, at one point they got to the Western Conference Finals in the playoffs, and they got, the next year they got into the playoffs, and he was a very integral part in the rotation. So you just can't experience out because you having a bad stretch. I ain't gonna say you're having a bad year. You're having a bad stretch. And that's why I say last year he had a bad stretch and he turned it around. Now you got somebody like Chris Dunn that has come in, and why is Chris Dunn playing so good defensively? Because he's trying to prove himself. See, and when you're trying to prove yourself, you're gonna play the way you need to play in order to impress those, so I can be in the rotation, he said. So when you got somebody that's already proven themselves versus somebody who has to prove themselves, of course the person going to outshine the one probably for a certain extent of time to prove himself more than the one who's already proved himself. But when it comes to playoff time, what Chris Dunn hasn't been, Then you got to bring in Terance Mann. Then you got to bring in Amir Coffey. Then you got to bring in Norman Powell, but Norman Powell may be starting. So then you bring in Chris Dunn. He trying to crack that rotation. So the other guys like KPJ, like Jordan Miller, those guys may not get no rotation time. That's all I'm saying. So Terance Mann proven.
Oh, you think he's proven?
Yeah, I think he's proven. He's proven.
Oh, okay. What has he done to say he's proven, old man?
Pardon me?
I mean, respectfully, what has Terance Mann done to say that he's been proven in this league?
Come on, man. How long do I got to suffer from this?
He just having a bad stretch, Mr. Maz. That's all. He just having.
I know, but what has he done to make you say he's been proven in this league? That's all I'm asking.
Oh, being effective and being a defensive stalwart in the playoffs. He's done good in the playoffs, especially defensively. His impact defensively in the playoffs, he's proven. So
okay.
He's proven. Whether it's one-on-one defense or help defense, he's proven. He done played with some of the best defensive guys in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So, and when he had to take on a load, or carry for a certain game or whatever, he's proven. Dunn has never did that.
Okay.
So I don't want to. I'm not belittling Dunn, but I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to overvalue Dunn either.
Are you overvaluing Terance Mann? Because versus Phoenix Suns in the conference.
Okay, that's enough now. Damn it, that's enough. Go ahead. Go.
I don't. No, I'm not. I'm not overvaluing Mann because he's experienced.
So why isn't his experience resulting in production?
I think that's the biggest question, huh? Like, why is he starting like this in the beginning of the season? Because, like you said, he did this last season.
Why is Chris Dunn starting like this?
Fam, did any of y'all see the last two games where T Man had a hell of a game and he stopped the two guys at the end of the game for us to win? Are y'all in the future, the present, or the past? I am confused here. What has T Man done lately? Lately, T Man been doing great. Y'all just completely missed that story, though, huh?
There's certain
heck?
There are certain guys that can't be as effective as they should be when they playing with certain guys. So that's the reason it was good for him to go to the bench, because maybe he played with that second team right now more effective than he did with playing with James Harden, having to cover for his defensive deficiencies.
Well, that's another thing too, old man, is that on that second unit, they're up and down the court more.
Exactly. And he a young stud. And then on that second unit, they hungry, want to play defense. They want to prove themselves. So he don't have to cover for them. But covering for James Harden, covering for Norman Powell, they're not the best defensive players on the team. So he has to cover for them and then play his own man. So, of course, you get tired running around trying to cover for everybody else and you can't score effectively. So he said, okay, let me go ahead on and let Chris Dunn do it, because only thing he want to do is play defense. He's not looking to score.
And plus, Chris Dunn is a whole lot older. Chris Dunn has been in the league longer than people think. He's been out the league for at least a year. Chris Dunn is like a journey veteran. He's been to a lot of teams. Chris Dunn actually has more experience.
I'm not starting Chris Dunn over T-Man.
I am. I will. I am. Chris Dunn proven.
He's 28. Chris Dunn is 30.
T-Man is clearly. I don't understand why you mad that T-Man chose to come off the bench and he's doing better. I don't understand why everybody have a problem with that. T-Man looked good the past 3 games, but I'm a Clipper fan, so I will see that. He is comfortable. What's the problem?
Nobody
you want
is
this man to
saying
start.
He's bad player. We're saying he's not as good as you guys think.
Who's
and
we?
T-Man could be traded. Everybody could be traded. A
Man,
lot of
no,
people, a lot of
man,
great players have been
fam,
traded.
I don't
Being
understand.
traded
I really
is
don't
not an insult.
understand why. Won't you say you be better off saying PJ Tucker need to be traded? So why you don't
Who
never talk
wants
about PJ
PJ
Tucker?
Tucker? Who wants
Well,
PJ
why you
Tucker?
keep talking about why? I don't understand why you keep mentioning our good players.
Team Terance
Pick
Mann
a
has
player
more
who ain't
value
never been.
than PJ Tucker. Nobody wants PJ Tucker.
Man, yeah, who we do. That's why he untouchable. So you're not a
We do.
fan. That's why I was.
We do.
We
And he
as a
playing?
Clipper,
Is he playing?
us as
Is he playing?
Clippers, you're yeah, he's doing good. He just
Is
once
PJ
again, you
Tucker
clearly
playing? Is PJ Tucker playing?
oh man, I'm just saying, why you want T Man traded? He doing good.
When did I
Why?
say
He
that
been
Terance
doing
Mann needs to be
good.
traded?
You
I
Mr.
just
said
Matt,
he
said,
could
well,
be
he
traded.
can't be traded. He can't be traded. No, he can't be traded. He cannot be traded.
Okay,
So let
I
that
know
go.
I know
They are
English is my
yo
second
you
language,
yo
but I said
you
could.
ain't even
I did not
you
say
no
can.
you
I said
you ain't even gotta yo you ain't even gotta believe me, right? You ain't gotta believe me. What was the statement Clippers put out last year when somebody else wanted T Man? You know what they said? T Man untouchable. Oh, he would have went to the Sixers. Do you remember that? Probably not, because you're not a Clipper fan.
Yep,
T
I
Man
remember
is
that.
untouchable.
excuse
Oh,
me,
so you remember
excuse
that?
me,
That's
JM.
what's up.
Excuse me, JM. Mr. Mass. Also, I didn't even factor
Yes, sir.
uh, the backup center position.
Yep,
In that 8-man rotation, you may have to have Mo Bamba if he's healthy. You
for
know,
sure.
see, the Clippers are so deep they don't know what to do with the team. They don't know what to
Hmm.
do with the rotation. That's the reason on the last interview that Ty Lue did. He said he's still trying to figure out these rotations. See,
No, that's Ty Lue who don't know what to do the rotation. If
I
we had
just
a
said
Phil Jackson, if we had a Phil Jackson type coach, or if we had any other coach that played uses the whole roster like they used to do, we'll be just fine. If we had a Popovich, we'll be just fine. But we got a Ty Lue who doesn't know nothing, and he never did. That's our problem, and that's what I will stand by.
Oh man, yeah, Mubamba. I think he hit a corner three last night versus the Kings. I actually like him when he plays. I know you guys lost Plumlee. He's on the Phoenix Suns, but I actually like him as your backup big because he can stretch you out a little bit and he can run the floor. But I wanted to just say this real quick, because somebody says that Terance Mann has to come in and cover for James Harden defensively or everybody else. No, he doesn't. The Clippers have a top four defense with Terance Mann playing limited minutes. So that tells you right there that they're pretty good defensively with or without him. And so let's make that clear here, okay? They're good
It's not
defensively with or
Harden.
without.
It ain't Harden. It damn sure. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I apologize. Happy Thanksgiving. But y'all spreading misinformation about my team. But I'm done. I'm gonna listen.
you
My
need to
fault.
throw away your turkey. Your turkey is toxic, man.
Yeah, man. I
but
mean, Bruce, I
You
think you
you're
said
not even but you're not even Clipper fans. You come in here talk about my team. You don't even know what you're talking about.
You
I
own
gotta
the
keep
team.
proving
Do
y'all
you own the
wrong.
team? Do you own
I
the
gotta
team?
keep proving y'all
Do you
wrong. I gotta
own the
keep proving
team?
y'all
Do
wrong.
you own the team?
Misinformation.
Do you own
Misinformation,
the
man. That's
team?
bad.
Do you own the team? This is not misinformation. This is an opinion. This is a panel. This is not your show.
I mean, we don't got to be Clipper fans to know basketball or have an opinion on a team that I have NBA League Pass. I mean, I watch tons of games. I watch the games. I mean, I see what I see, and I've given credit up until this point. But I'm gonna call a spade a spade. And when somebody says a player is playing good, he's doing good off the bench, and the numbers and production don't back it up, it's on me or whoever else on the panel to call a spade and say, that's a lie. No, he's not. And so
Call a
Terrence
spade a
Mann,
spade. Once again, T
oh
Man
my,
just saved the game. Let me refresh you. Like I said, misinformation. Once again, T Man had two very important stops. At the end of the game, we won that game. He shut down the two best players back to back. Won that game. T Man coming off the bench. He's doing better offensive. He's still doing his job. What is your problem with T Man?
I don't think Terrence Mann is doing his job to his fullest capability. The production and numbers don't back up what Jay M2 Clipper fan is saying. If he wants to go off a 2-game sample size that he had a good stop, then I mean Chris Dunn's had stops. And so one word, old man, that comes to mind in sports is consistency. And I like to see consistent players play consistently, right? I'm not giving you a cookie because you
But
had a
you're not
good
a Clipper
2 game.
fan, though. You're not even on that team. You're not even a Clipper fan. I don't understand.
We need
My
to start
fault. I don't
ignoring
understand.
JM. I'm gonna ignore JM
Why?
from now.
Why? But y'all, I don't understand. You're not even a Clipper fan. I truly do not understand. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I am
He
truly
said that like
mind
8 times
boggled.
now, Bruce.
How the heck?
I'm sorry for
Because that's
interrupting.
how mind boggled I am. But
All
y'all,
right.
okay, I'm trying my best. But you are spreading misinformation. You're not even a Clipper fan. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're on here, spread your opinion, and you know nothing about my team. Nothing. You've been wrong every single time. I'm tired of
Um,
correcting you. So I'm gonna let you speak. I'm
all
gonna let
right,
you
cool.
speak. Go ahead.
All right, man. So I've been wrong every single time, but when you picked them to beat Dallas last year, and I says, nah, they're probably gonna lose in 5 or 6 games, you was wrong. The year before, you was wrong. Terance Mann, you're wrong this season. And if I'm spreading misinformation, then I mean I looked up ESPN Terance Mann stat muse, and it tells me his numbers. And so we can't argue facts, right? I mean, an opinion is an opinion, but I'm giving the people Terance Mann's production up until this point. And if you want to praise a couple stops in a game, then have at it, bro. That's not how I assess it. I like consistency and I like consistent players. And so, I mean, listen, 2 stops don't over 2 good defensive possessions does not outweigh, old man or Bruce, a subpar season up until this point. So I don't know.
I mean, like I said, I believe
I
he
don't
just
know.
went through a bad stretch, but I can agree with you. Consistency is key.
Yeah.
You know, consistency is key. And one
Mm-hmm.
thing you got to give the Clippers right now is consistency defensively. And if they playing defensive, you know, if they playing defensively by committee, you got to, you know, uh you got to give Jeff Van Gundy his props, you know, because he got the guys playing defense as they should to beat the teams and to have the record in the month of November that they have, you
Right.
know. And Terance Mann is included in that though, Mr. Maz. You know, so all who is playing defensively by committee,
Uh-huh.
they don't have great numbers offensively. I mean, does that make sense?
That makes total sense. But just if you don't mind, just respectfully, 2 things real quick. Terance Mann is included in those defensive stats to a certain degree, but he's only playing 20 minutes a game. And so they're a 4th ranked defense overall. And so a guy who's playing less than half the game, I mean, listen, I mean, that's a team thing. Like Terance Mann's impact defensively ain't what y'all say it is. He's not even playing that many minutes to have that impact. I mean, and again, you're right. Most guys who play this level of defense, offensively, yeah, they're not going to be the best guys. That's why the Clippers' offense is ranked number 25th or 26th.
Right.
But that's not my point, though. My point is this: I wouldn't be talking about Terance Mann in this way if certain guys don't hype him up in a certain way, right? They told me that he is a knockdown corner shooter. He's not. They told me that he can play bully ball. He doesn't do that no more, right? He doesn't even have an offensive move that he remembers, right, to fucking do in an NBA game. He's not a good facilitator, right? And he has some good defensive plays sporadically here and there. I mean, that's it. I mean, so that's why I'm pushing back on Terance Mann. This is the same dude, old man, who the Clippers are saying, some fans, not all, some fans are saying he's untouchable. He's an anchor. I mean, what are we doing, man? I mean, if your loyals rest on Terance Mann being your anchor and he's so-called untouchable in trade talks, then, bro, you're in for a rude awakening. You will never win a championship. You will never make another deep postseason run. And so, and again, the proof's in the pudding. And if he's everything that they say he is, why is he only playing 20 minutes a game? I mean, listen, I know we question Ty Lue and these guys, right? But they see something, bro, that we don't see. And so I'm going to trust them a little bit, right? Because they're around it. behind the scenes. And so, and again, I mean, the numbers that I spewed off to you guys, they see it, bro. I mean, they see the low percentage shooting, right? They see the low IQ offensive skill set. Oh man, real quick, bro. What has he added to his game from his since last year or the year before offensively? What has he added?
I understand the question.
Okay, cool.
I understand the question, but when Terance came to the team, or when he got drafted and when he was being developed on the team, Terance Mann had the ball in his hands a lot. You remember at one point in time, Terance Mann had the ball as the point guard, and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George said, "Okay, we know Terance is handling the ball," and that's when his production was up. And they said, "But we need a point guard." You remember they said that. So it's all about the usage. If he has a ball in his hand, maybe his usage or his production would be better. But if you got James Harden, like Bruce say, if you got dribble, always with the ball in his hand, and you got Terance Mann who needs the ball in his hand in order to be productive, then it's going to be a problem with his productivity because James is not giving up that ball.
So
Chris Dunn don't have to have the ball.
Oh man, so you're making my point then, because if you know they re-signed James Harden, you know he's on the roster, and you know that the offense is built around James facilitating and dictating everything, then in the offseason, you should be getting up 1,000 corner threes. You should be getting up 1,000 shots off the ball. And so your individual skill set should be okay, it's based around James. So let me just get my set and spot up and shoot ready, because the ball's not going to be in my hands because I'm not James Harden. And so you have to compromise, or you have to kind of conform to what the team is doing. And so in the offseason, that's why I asked the question, oh man, what has he added to his game? Because he's not going to be the primary ball handler, because even off the bench, the ball's going to be inside KPJ's hands, not his. And so he has to learn to cut and hit open shots when asked to. That's it on this roster.
He was effective at corner three at one point in his development, Mr. Mass. He was. He was very good in the corner three. And see, look what Ty Lue has done. He has allowed KPJ to bring up the ball, right?
Rightfully
when James Harden goes out, KPJ bring up the ball. How come Terance Mann is not bringing up the ball?
Because he's not KPJ. KPJ's a better player, a better scorer, a better decision maker. He's just better. We can question the shot selections and him missing shots. That's something different. But KPJ looks more fluent. He looks more comfortable with the ball in his hands compared to Terance Mann. Like, there's no comparison there. I can see it. That's why. Why would you put the ball in Terance Mann's hands for? To do what? To run offense? Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, to do what? I mean, and oh man, if you're not a threat to score like that, then I don't see why Terance Mann will have the ball in his hands, because if he was a scoring threat, it'll make his playmaking that much easier. Now, I know some passers aren't elite scorers or good scorers. They're just good playmakers. Terance Mann ain't that, right? I mean, he ain't Ricky Rubio. You know what I'm saying? And so why would the ball be in his hands for? He's not good at it. I mean, what are you?
I've seen KPJ, and like I said, everybody was raving about him, or has been raving about him. I seen him when he played in Houston. I've seen how he played, but now I've also seen how he's played since he's been with the Clippers. He's a bonehead.
He is.
He's a bonehead, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody plays good when the pressure's not on them at a particular point in the season. But when you get to that pressure point in the playoffs, you can't have bonehead people on the court. See, you can't have those type of individuals that just want to, do what they do, and it's not effective or it's not impactful. See, Terance would bring that impactful defense along with whatever shots needs to be made in critical situations. I've seen him do that.
Yeah. What's shocking is that this is. I just looked this up. I mean, I spewed off Terance Mann's numbers: 20 minutes a game, 40% from the floor, 29 from three. Well, goddamn, KPJ is only playing about 17 minutes a game. He's shooting like I think it was 19% from three, and he's shooting like 41% from the field. And so the same thing goes.
What
Hold
about
on.
Dunn?
What about who?
Chris Dunn. What's his splits?
Okay, I got him right here. I was just looking him up as well because I wanted to give a fair shake to all the guys. Chris Dunn is playing 22 minutes a game. He's shooting 48% from the floor and 36% from three. And so that's why I was saying he's been much more reliable than both guys, than KPJ and Terance. But KPJ is getting less minutes than Terance, and he's damn near shooting worse than Terance. So, but again, I mean, the one thing that I think we will agree on is that even in KPJ struggles, I think we agree that he's a scorer at heart. Terance Mann is not, and so who's more likely to come out of this shooting slump? I think it's KPJ because that's what he does. But Chris Dunn has been amazing, bro. I mean, I just read you off his splits. He's been great for this team.
Yeah, but how many shot attempts? How many shots he making? See, you got to factor all of that in.
Well, of course, yeah. I got you, bro. Yeah, I got you, man.
See,
Yeah, I
you
got
can't. You can shoot 40. You can shoot 48%
you.
and shoot 2 shots and make 1. You can shoot
Yeah, true.
36% and shoot 3 shots, 3 3-pointers and make 1. That's all
Well,
I'm
the last
saying.
5 games. Well, I mean, the last 5 games, he shot 11 shots, 8 shots, 6 shots, 8 shots, and 13 shots. And again, he's a role player, and so he's not going to get 14, 15 shots per game. I'm going to listen. I'm asking Terance Mann to do what Chris Dunn is doing. It doesn't matter if you're getting 4 or 5 shots a game. When you get your shots, you need to shoot a good percentage because that only opens up the offense and it spreads the court out. That's all I'm asking.
Now,
Listen,
I don't want to take away from Chris Dunn. I think he's doing a fabulous job, especially
yeah.
defensive point of attack defense. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he would go full court defense if you let him. And that's a very good situation to have with a
It
player
is.
like that.
It
You know,
is.
and but that's what Terance Mann used to do. When you lose confidence, Mr. Mass, man,
Yeah. A fair point, bro.
when you lose confidence, you're gonna have everybody on your helmet. You're gonna have everybody like, man, what's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get rid of
And
you.
oh man, it doesn't help that they brought in Chris Dunn
Yeah,
because that is a direct shot. Not that they did it on purpose, but I mean, he's there now, but that's a direct impact on Terance Mann because he's doing and he does what Terance Mann does. So not only did he lose confidence, the Clippers brought in a guy who is a seasoned vet, been around, right? He knows NBA culture and he knows where his bread is buttered, which is I need to hit my open shots and I need to play defense and pick up 90 feet. And he's doing that. And so, like, Terance Mann hasn't given Ty Lue and the coaching staff a reason to play him more minutes. He just hasn't done it. And again, this league is about what have you done for me now? Not I mean done for me lately.
right.
Not what you did 4 years ago versus Utah in a game 6. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
Terance Mann's claim to fame is 39 points in game 6 without Kawhi versus Jazz. But then if you fast forward to the next series versus Phoenix Suns, he has ass toe up by Chris Paul in game 6, right? I mean, Devin Booker had back-to-back 40-point games. So, I mean, it's not like Terance Mann is just locking up. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, I mean, you're right. He lost confidence. I get it.
So what Chris Dunn is only 6'3",
Yeah.
6'4" at the most. So that
Something
means
like that.
if you go up against something, but hypothetically speaking, you're going up against Dallas. You
Mm-hmm.
got Kyrie Irving and Luka.
Yeah.
And we all know James Harden. We
Right.
know he's going to give offensively, but defensively he's not even he shouldn't even be mentioned trying to hold those guys. So
Right.
if you got your 2 point of attack defenders that's trying to contain Kyrie Irving and Luka
Mm-hmm.
Doncic, I mean, don't you
Yeah.
need Terance Mann for that along with Chris Dunn?
Yeah. I mean, you can stagger their minutes. But again, though, I mean, we saw Terrence Mann last year versus Dallas, and Kyrie Irving was fucking going to work in the second half of those games, closing shit out. And so again, I mean, I like the two men that it is. You start Chris or you start Terrence, and you bring in Chris, either or. I mean, that's one hell of a defensive matchup. I get it. It's kind of when you guys had Terrence and fucking Pat Bev, right? So yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that. But again, though, old man, for me, it's not just the defense, right? Because Terrence Mann is not just locked down where he has to be on the floor. His defense ain't on that level to me. So if he's not locked down, then in a postseason game like you speak of, like he has to make open shots. He has to be some type of offensive weapon on the floor, because then now you're playing 3-on-5 or 4-on-5. And so that's my point here. It's more so his offense than his defense. Like he is literally just standing around doing nothing. He's not cutting. He's not making shots. And even last year in the postseason versus Dallas, I mean, what was he doing? He was. I mean, he was.
Because he wasn't playing with Chris Dunn, he was playing with James Harden and
Why would you be playing?
and
Uh huh.
and Luka Doncic was who James Harden had to switch off on. They was
Yeah.
going at James Harden because they knew
But
he
why
couldn't
would you
play no
play Chris
defense.
and Terrence at the same time, though? I mean, I don't think that's a good idea.
Pardon me?
I mean, you're advocating for playing Chris Dunn and Terrence at the same
No, I'm
time.
talking about
Oh.
hypothetically at that particular moment in time in the playoffs
Mhm.
last year. You know,
Yeah.
James Harden, I mean, he had 2 good games, but that was it. You know,
Agree. Agree.
I mean, if you just like Dallas, what did Dallas do? They scored by committee. P.J. Washington, Derrick
Everybody
Jones
scored. Yeah.
Jr.,
Hmm.
Derek Lively.
And Kyrie
Uh,
Irving closed it out. And Kyrie Irving had great second halves in that
see,
series.
I mean, so just as well you can play defense by committee, you can score by committee. But it
Agreed.
all depends on the offensive scheme you run it. Will you allow your guys to score by committee, or
Yeah.
you're going to allow somebody to just dictate, the offense?
Also, too, oh man, don't forget too. I mean, we play in this new era. It's a pick and roll league, and so we can hunt for a matchup that we want. I mean, you
Mhm.
can play Chris Dunn or Terrence Mann on Kyrie or whoever you want to. That's cool. I got you. But all they're gonna do is just set a high pick and roll and get Terrence on somebody else and get the favorable matchup. And so we can talk about matchups and defense all you want to, right? But teams nowadays are going to hunt the mismatch. I mean, those set 4 or 5 pick and rolls in one possession and get what they want. And these guys are so good and so skilled that they can get that. And so that's why defensively, teams can kind of overcome that a little bit, right? Because of the pick and roll situations and mismatches and switches. That's why I'm putting the onus a lot on the offensive end with Terrence Mann. He has to be a factor offensively to stay on the court. You just have to be. Because guess what? What Terrence Mann does best defensively, teams can take that away with high pick and roll and fucking mismatches and switches if they really wanted to, right? I can get Terrence Mann off of Kyrie if I really want to do that. They did it last year. You know what I'm saying? I can put Luka on James Harden if I want that matchup. Come here, Lively or who's ever guarding James. Let's get the switch. Like it's that easy. But offensively, come on, bro. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks own the glass. They were blocking shots, and when Terrence Mann was on the court, they were sagging down low, digging on Zubac. And Zubac played well last year in the postseason versus Dallas. But now you're playing a 4-on-5 because I don't
Somewhat,
expect teams.
somewhat,
Somewhat.
somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat. I agree with that. But they don't respect. Listen, bro. Like they don't respect Terrence Mann offense. The teams don't respect that. Okay, they just don't.
Well, I think I think he had his confidence snatched away from him. I think he just
Yeah,
going through a
yeah,
bad
he did.
stretch, and when he
Hmm.
now everybody talking about where he needs to be traded, or a lot of people, I should say, talking about he needs to be traded. He hears stuff, and that doesn't
Of
go
course,
well for his confidence either, But
agree.
I don't think he is the reason uh, why, the Clippers like last year, a lot of times the Clippers will have a lead going into the fourth quarter, and look what happened.
Yeah.
You know, that I mean,
It's not on Terance Mann. I mean, I'm not blaming him for like losses or listen, I would never blame a role player who is playing 20 minutes a game, playing that bad. Like when they lose, I'm not blaming him. I mean, I blame James Harden and the star player, right? I don't blame role players. And so, and when they win, I give, guys a credit, but I would never blame Terance Mann for any loss.
and that's
He's a
the
role player.
thing. That's the thing, Mr. Mass. You got Derrick Jones Jr., role player.
He's playing good this year, bro. Don't you think?
He's playing. Like I said, everybody is doing things by committee. You have to
he's
be
impactful though, bro.
Yeah, you have to commend what Jeff Van Gundy is doing. Because see,
Yeah.
if Jeff Van Gundy is the defensive guru of the Clippers, and Ty Lue is the offensive guy for the Clippers, and if the defense is winning games, well, somebody is not getting the attention or they're not getting the praise.
Well, check this out, old man. The reason why I said Derek is playing well, because 26 minutes a game, he's shooting 48% from the floor, and he's shooting 42% from the three-point range. And he's cutting to the basket. He's playing good in transition. He's rebounding defensively. He's good, right? Above average. But the main thing is he's knocking down the corner three. And listen, but to his credit, he's played with Luka and Kyrie. So he knows where his shots are coming from. Either I'm going to cut to the lane for an easy dunk, I'm going to play in transition for an easy, 2-on-1 dunk, or in the half court set, I'm standing in the corner. That's it. I'm not moving.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Mass. Now, he for one, I have to give it, he's proven. Derrick Jones Jr. is proven. He proved himself last year to be a big time, except in the finals. But
yeah, that's true. Good point.
A big time playoff player. Now, is Derrick Jones Jr., is he getting the same looks as far as, back, like you say, you like to cut back door? How many alley-oops is James Harden giving him versus what Luka Doncic was giving him?
Probably not as many, because James Harden uses the big man with the high pick with Zubac more than what Luka did with Lively and Gafford. I mean, he did use the big guys, but not the way James uses Zubac. And so, James likes to get downhill, collapse the defense, and then kick out to Derek in the corner on either side. And so, whereas in Dallas, there was a lot more backdoor cut opportunities like easy dunks and layups, and then the occasional three ball was there as well. But to be fair, though, I mean, Derek, and listen, you're playing with Luka or James Harden, bro, your shots are going to be pretty much, the same for the most part, if that makes sense. Give or take, whatever. But it's the same shots, bro. The corner three. And guess what? Derrick Jones knew that coming in. Like, why do you think he chose to go to the Clippers? Right? Oh, I just play with Luke and Kyrie. I just have to just stand here and just shoot threes? Okay, let me put up 1,000 shots a day. I'm going to the Clippers. James Harden, we know one thing that James can do is facilitate, right? Like he will get you an open shot in the corner. And so, again, I mean, Derek is getting open looks, bro. And so it's similar, not quite the same, but it's kind of, to me, it's similar.
Now, when Kawhi comes back, I heard you mention it before. When Kawhi comes back and try to settle into the offense, how you think the flow is going to be?
It's going to be an adjustment period. I mean, guys like Amir Coffey, guys like that are going to have to take less minutes, and Kawhi needs to come in and be implemented the right way. Now, that depends on how they choose to do that. But there's going to be an adjustment period. I mean, we saw it last year versus Dallas Mavericks. He missed 2 months of the season to close out the season or something like that. And when he came back versus Dallas Mavericks, you saw the dysfunction offense it was, right? Like it was pathetic because, listen, I don't care who you are, bro. Like when you bring back a player of Kawhi Leonard's status or his magnitude, bro, like guys are going to, sit back and conform to him it's a natural thing to do because he's Kawhi Leonard. Like, and it should be the other way around where Kawhi fits in with them. But guys are going to be hesitant to shoot because Kawhi needs his looks, right? Guys' minutes are going to change. KPJ minutes are going to change.
Disrespectfully, I
Oh,
not heard
oh
you
man,
talk
see,
for
this is
two
what I'm talking
hours.
about, man. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Come on, man, because you want everybody to treat you right. This is what I understand. You want everybody to show you respect, right? But you get on the mic and you talk for 2 hours, and then you get mad with somebody like me just trying to say a word or two. See, that's not right. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
I have
don't
to
call
finish
me
what I'm saying
wrong.
first. I have
So
to
you
finish what
still
I'm saying
talk.
first.
Yeah, but okay. It's just supposed to be somebody else's panel, and we supposed to fall in order so everybody else respect. How come you just get on the mic and you don't stop talking? Don't everybody else got to have an opinion as you own? But I'm gonna leave
Go
that
ahead,
alone.
JM. Go ahead. You got let JM. Let's let JM say what
Uh,
he wants to say, and then y'all can go back and forth. Go ahead, JM. You got it.
yeah, that's just me happy thing. But I'm just okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. All right. Now you talk about Team Man want to be traded. Team Man doing good, right? I'm listening to all these non-Clipper fans. Oh, Team Man ain't doing good. Team Man ain't doing this. But if you was really a Clipper fan, you know that Team Man held our team down when our two best stars was out. T-Man can actually play. Now, whatever is going on with his mental, he already said that his job, he came in here under Ty Lue just to play defense. He said it himself, and you're still bashing the man. The man went to the bench. He doing good, say that team, and you still bashing him. And what I said from before, I don't understand why you don't target somebody else on our team who doesn't play. How you gonna target the man who had 39 points, played for Phoenix, got us in the game, played point guard. Everything y'all said he didn't do, he actually did, right? So I'm just listening to y'all crucify my players, not mine or whatever, all Clipper fans. See, real Clipper fans should be the one who say T-Man should be traded. That's my whole point. You ain't never heard a real Clipper fan ever say T-Man should be traded. There's always these outside people trying to break up our team. Well, who you need to say who should be traded is our coach. Because LeBron does it all the damn time. The Lakers does it all the damn time. They got Westbrook traded. So we're not like the Lakers. We ain't like y'all. We know what the problem is. We still doing good. You still coming over here hating. I don't like the coach, but I still respect the defense because we still winning. I'm a team player. This is our team. You trying to split up our team? Well, then you want to take the best player. Take somebody else off the bench who don't play. That's why I get so frustrated. And maybe I'm too emotional, but I'm a Raider fan. My team been losing for over 20 years. I'm still passionate about my team because that's what fan mean. And I ain't no fan boy, whatever y'all want to turn it into. But it's my team. Y'all just coming over here, and I respect this business because the more y'all come over here, the more it brings attention to the channel and all. I understand that. But don't. But at the same time, I know about my team. Y'all don't. So of course I'm gonna be offended in some way. Maybe I shouldn't go as far as I do. But hey, it's my team. Maybe if you had a team and passionate about your team, maybe you wouldn't even be on here. Because I've never been on another team's panel ever. I don't go to Houston. I don't go to Denver. I don't go to the Mavs. I don't go to their panels. For what? I'm not a fan of them. So that's why I get frustrated. So I wanted to clear the air with that right there, right? Some of that stuff y'all saying is ridiculous. And then I could automatically tell that you're not a Clipper fan. But I'm going to leave that preaching alone. For our team, Team Man is good. He doing good. He in the right spot where he want. He chose to be. He chose to be on the bench. He could have fought for that. T Man been here. T Man and Zoo is the longest Clipper in our roster. For this roster right now, since Ty Lue been here, T Man and Zoo been here before Ty Lue got here. So you wouldn't even know that. They're untouchable. Zoo untouchable. Team Man untouchable. So let that go. You spent a whole hour talking about why T-Man should be traded, and you're not even a Clipper fan. That's the part I don't understand. Either way, I'm gonna let that go. It's Thanksgiving. We doing okay. Luckily, we got Van Gundy. We got a great defense. Because if it wasn't for our defense, we'd be dead last under this same ISO crap, right? And Harden and all them other fans. Man, y'all, they about to be in a rude awakening. You want to see when Kawhi come back? That's what you want to see. When Kawhi come back, it's going to be a whole new picking order. You're exactly right. But guess what? The role players ain't going nowhere. The role players here for Kawhi. You know who's gonna be gone? The coach and the fucking system. But I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna leave that alone. So our team
So,
good,
damn.
man.
So you feeling basically Clipper fans are speaking, or not? Clipper fans shouldn't be talking.
No, but I don't think they Clipper fans. That's what I mean. I could
Okay,
tell the
Mass.
difference.
Well,
That's
Mass.
what I mean, BJ.
Okay, yeah, no, I
Nas
know,
is a
I know,
Houston fan,
but
right?
Mass is my one of my guys. So he comes
I
here.
know that's.
He, so he- so
I'm sorry.
so
I'm sorry.
it's good. It's good. If I let somebody on the panel, they good because I'm not letting nobody on the panel that's going to contaminate the show. Mass is good. He talks basketball. I let other people of different teams speak. Andre, he good. Uh, a lot of different people who are not Clipper fans, quote unquote, come on the panel. So but you, of course, you one of the biggest Clipper fans, and everybody knows that. But uh, you know, they cool, man. They good.
I got Tony. You know, I get overboard. That's why I've been trying to make a change. Like I get overboard with that. Like I said, I'm a Raider fan. My team has been losing for 20 something years, but you still find me in the black hole. I guarantee you that. And I'll be at the wall, but no, you're right about that because I had to understand that this is a business. Is the object is to attract other people's opinions. So I am tuning down, just being totally clipper. Even though I am clipper, but I do have to allow other people to speak. I just don't like when they come here with their rumors. That's all. If you don't like the Clippers, just come in and say you don't like the Clippers. Then when you start bringing opinions about our players and what they're doing and all of that, then I think they crossed the line. Like they want T-Man traded. How can an outsider want
Hey,
T-Man
James,
traded?
too, bro. I used to go to the Raiders games at the old Coliseum. Did you ever go there?
Oh, here you go again. Come on, man. I only want to talk to you, man. I
Okay,
really
cool.
don't.
Let me jump in
Listen,
there, man. Yeah. So
I
I
did. I
don't think.
wasn't done talking.
Okay,
I
go ahead,
wasn't.
bro.
See
My
what I'm
bad. Go ahead.
saying? No,
Go
no,
ahead.
no. I was done. I was done. So I just wanted to prove my point. Go ahead, do your
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Cool. Um. Yeah. I mean, I'm in Sacramento, California, so I used to go see the Raiders play up in Oakland all the time. Their fan base is loyal, so I'm gonna give you that. Secondly, I don't think Terance Mann chose to go to the bench. They put his ass on the bench. Ain't no role player going to dictate or have cachet to make any type of decision when it comes to his ass going to the bench. And so, my opinion, I could be wrong, could be right. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Terance Mann was put on the bench. He didn't chose or choose to go on the bench. He's not Kawhi. He ain't James Harden. He ain't got no cachet. He ain't done shit in this goddamn league to say, I'm going to the bench or I'm going to start. He ain't Norman Powell. Like, this is crazy. Now, secondly, um, I ain't got to be a Clippers fan to have an opinion on players or how a team is playing, right? I mean, we talking basketball. And so, again, I mean, everything that I'm saying for the most part is just opinion based. I could be right. I could be wrong. And that's the beauty of talking sports, right? Now, I get it. A real Clippers fan may not like how I come across. I may come across a little aggressive, or I don't give certain players the benefit of the doubt, but that's fine. I mean, that's how I talk it. And so again, I mean, if y'all don't like, or you, JM Clippers fan, don't like how I talk about Terance Mann, then guess what? Then tell Terance Mann to prove me wrong. Then shoot the ball better, play better defense, shoot the ball better from 3-point range. Oh, and by the way, in the offseason, come back to next season and add something to your game, because that's what makes you a good, consistent NBA player, right? And so again, the ball's inside Terance Mann's court. He can get better. He can get better. And that's why I asked Old Man that question. What has Terance Mann got better at from the last two seasons to this season? Absolutely nothing. Nothing, right? His game ain't got better. He's the same old Terance Mann, and that's a problem, right? That's a problem because it's your job to get better when nobody's around, right? You know you playing with James Harden. You know they signed KPJ. You know they signed Chris Dunn.
Hey,
I'm not done
just
yet, bro. I'm
let
not
me
done
know
yet,
when it's
man.
my
I'm not
turn.
done yet.
No, I'm
I'm
just
not done
saying.
yet,
I'm
bro. I'm
asking
not
you.
done yet.
Just let me know when it's my turn. That's all
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
asking. So I won't have to
yeah. When I
guess.
stop
That's
talking,
all.
yeah. When I
Okay.
stop talking and I mute my mic, then you can assume I'm done though. But here's the thing though, right? If you know they re-signing James Harden, and you know that you're playing with guys and the ball's not going to be in your hands, then now you should probably get some shots up in the offseason and work on your jump shot. You should probably work on pump faking a pull-up dribble, work on cutting to the basket. You need to add different facets to your game because again, there's no reason why Chris Dunn should be coming into this season shooting the way he's shooting, playing the way he's playing more minutes than you when you've been here for years and you're so-called proven. Like, there's no excuse for that. Like, Terance Mann should be way more advanced than what he is. Now, again, like, we've talked a lot about Terance Mann today. I'm not sure why. He's a role player. Like, he's getting way too much like time because he's not even that good. He's literally just a role player. I mean, the numbers back it up. And so again, I mean, the Clippers are on a 4-game winning streak, a top 4 defense, and we talking about some goddamn Terance Mann, right? This is crazy. But go ahead, man. I'm done.
Yo, are you sure? Because I don't want to get put in timeout no more.
Go ahead, bro.
You
You
sure?
good, bro? Go ahead. Yeah, you good. You good.
All right. Because BJ put me in timeout quick. Either way, I answer your question, your debate, whatever you call it, by saying the same thing. T-Man has held that team down without our stars. If you was a Clipper fan, you'll know that we had, I think, 2022 when PG and Kawhi was out, and it was just T-Man. Okay, let me answer. Like I'm trying to respect the rules now. So T Man once again came in. Now, one thing I would say about T Man, I would agree with about you. I would agree with one thing you said. I did always say, and it's on tape, that I always thought that T Man just doesn't know which one he want to be. I always thought that he's the one flaw I got with him is that he's not sure of who he is. That could be Ty Lue fault, who always benched him whenever he missed a shot. It could be mental with him. But like a fast forward that to say is ever since he went to the bench, he's been having hella 5 games. He's been doing a whole lot better. Now you want to stress all this stats and all that, but if you actually watch the game, T Man is actually more comfortable coming in with the second unit. He's been highly more effective. That's what I could say as a fan watching my team. You might not concede if you're basing it off of stats and all of that. I'm not good with that stuff. But as watching him, he has felt comfortable with his role and he's doing his job. And guess what? Ain't nobody questioning him. His last interview that he gave was he don't understand why people keep questioning him to score when his job is just to defend. That was his own words. So that was a shot at Ty Lue. Ty Lue just want him to score. Defend. He's basically a Dennis Rodman. And if you ever knew who Dennis Rodman was, Dennis Rodman was brought to the Bulls just to defend. Then they found out a couple of games in the playoffs that Dennis Rodman could actually score. So that's what I look at T Man as another Dennis Rodman. It depends on what coach he get. Whatever coach he get, he can adapt. He can do both. He's done it. He's proved it. So all this stuff, he can't do this, he can't do that. You're clearly not a Clipper fan because for 2 years in a row, in 21, 22, or 22, one of them 2 years, he did it. He hit 39 points to save us in Phoenix. He did his job. He just need guidance. And with the coach that he got now, off the bench, without every time I interrupted you, I apologize for that. But the whole point I was trying to get across is he is happy now He has a coach who understands him, right? And he's doing a whole lot better. So that goes back to you think coaching matters or coaching don't matter. You're totally wrong. He's the best team man I've seen out of him, most consistent since he's been a Clipper. But I'm a Clipper fan, right? You look at it, oh, he had some outstanding games. He's had 2 wins. I see it as, you know what, he comfortable. See what I'm saying? I look at it totally different. So you're right. We got two different opinions. Either way, back to our team. To fast forward it, right? Our team is surviving truly only on defense. Once again, Ty's ISO is not working. It has never worked. Our best acquisition was Van Gundy. That was the best acquisition we got. It's changing the whole team around. It's affecting the whole team so much that now that the reporters are asking them about the defense and Ty getting offended, you know what I'm saying? And they still pointing out to him that offense sucked. Harden is still trash, and I give you credit for saying it. But I don't think he's trash. I really don't. I take that back. After really watching him, I truly believe Harden is gambling. He actually saving points. I truly believe that. One day I
Let me
prove it. But
let me go
that's
my
it.
bad. All right, let me go to
No, no, you
Milton.
right. You right. You right.
Let me go to Milton. Kelly, welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, how y'all doing?
What's up? Welcome to the show. What you got?
Now I'm trying to point to what Dude said earlier.
Yeah, you cut out.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to point to the point that Maz had said earlier. He said something about man couldn't guard Kyrie or something like that. Man wasn't even guarding Kyrie in that whole entire series. He was had Luka the whole time, and he was locking, like doing an actual decent job on Luka. He was having him under his regular field goal percentage in the playoffs. He was actually like our third or second best player in that series behind Harden. You can debate a PG a man, but he's actually kind of our top
Yo,
season.
you cut out.
I don't think we should trade man at any point of the season unless it's like for someone that can actually probably defend or help on the offensive end. But I feel like man is a good player, and he shouldn't be really like touched. Like you can say anything that you want about like his confidence or anything, but one thing he gonna bring it every game. He gonna bring the defense every game. You know what you're getting. Like kind of like the offense could be a boost. Same with like Chris Dunn. Like on the reason hard. Like I don't even see that as like Chris Dunn. Another point was made saying that Chris Dunn came in to take man spot. I don't think that was the case either. That was just like a on the backside. Like they didn't probably even expect him to even take man spot. And the only reason probably he's starting because just to take the burden off of Harden and his playmaking, because Dunn can play make himself and be really good at it and not like turn the ball over and stuff like that. But yeah, like I don't see that as a problem having a lot of defenders. Like man going to the bench, you deal with Dunn, Dunn come out, man come in. Like it's just a embarrassment of riches. I feel like it's just. I even yeah, my phone tripping. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, that's the point I wanted to make. And another point talking about James Harden, like he his efficiency is down right now, but as you can see on the floor, you can tell like he still has a good grip of the game and can like dictate the game on how he wants to do it, even though he's not shooting the best right now. I still think like he can be better, and I think he Kawhi get back or whenever, but just to take that burden off, he wouldn't see as much double teams. Everything will go to Kawhi, and he'll be better like that. But yeah, I just think we in a good spot right now, 10-7, and Like we just gonna keep holding down this fort until number 2 get back. So I
Hey,
believe in the
hey,
team.
Milton, bro. Yeah, so I probably misspoke about Kyrie and Terance Mann. So if Terance Mann was guarding Luca, um, do you know what Luca averaged in that series last year versus you guys? Like, do you
Yeah,
know what
I mean, it really don't matter. It's Luca, but as long as he's
I know?
not gonna stop Luca. Like I'm just saying, like he held him his own.
Okay,
He
yeah,
wasn't
because
torching him.
Luca
Kyrie's
averaged
the reason
29.
why they won. That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
Kyrie's the reason why they won.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think Kyrie was having a great second half and really coming
Yeah,
on
40
strong in
game,
the second
40
half.
points. Like
Yeah, but Luca averaged 29, 8 and 9. But to
not
your
good
point, bro,
efficiency.
listen, I agree. I
Got
was
you.
just gonna say that. To your point,
Right.
he didn't shoot the ball well, but he was still playmaking. And see, listen, and that's the thing, bro. Like stats can be deceiving, and I don't always judge players off of stats because I can see a box score and say you played well, but then I watch the game and say, no, you didn't play well. And so again, Luka didn't shoot the ball well, but he was still playmaking and doing certain things in crucial moments. So I mean, yeah. So that's a fair point. But I'm not saying that they brought Chris Dunn there to take Terrence's spot. I think when they brought Chris Dunn there and they saw what they had in Chris Dunn, like when they had him in their facility and saw him practice, they're probably like, oh shit, like this guy is pretty good at what he does. And, we can kind of, propel him over Terrence Mann. And so again, Terrence Mann is a cool little dude. He's a cool little player. But at some point, bro, I mean, production's production, right? And on a team like this, you have to make shots, right? You just have to make shots. I'm sorry. And so, I mean, that's my point here. I mean, he's not having a good season.
Man, about making shots since he's been going to the bench, he's been making shots. He's been playing way better than
What do you mean?
and like
What do you mean he's not making shots, bro? I mean, I read his
he's been
stats
making
off.
shots since like he been on the bench. He's been better. The eye test, you can go by the stats. If you can filter it to just
What do you
him
mean
when he
eye
got to the
test, bro?
bench.
I mean,
Hey,
the numbers are here. I
hey,
mean,
yo,
either
hey,
he's
bro,
Bro, you
Mars
talking
ain't
about
gonna
numbers
do
for the
that,
whole
bro.
season.
Mars
Yo,
ain't
bro, you
gonna
talking
do
about
that.
numbers for the whole
Mars ain't gonna
season,
do
bro.
that. Yeah, Mars ain't gonna do that.
bro. If you say, hey, Milton, if you're saying he's been making shots since he went to the bench, then okay, that's fine. But I have to verify that with numbers. I mean, that's how we quantify that.
How? You're not a Clipper
He
fan,
started
damn
the
it.
season trash, bro.
What'd you say, Milton?
He started the season not doing good. I mean, he can
No.
progress. Like, come on now.
Bro, did you hear what I just said, bro? I said since he's been to the bench, like you said, if he's been making shots since he's going to the bench, I need to look that up and confirm that. That's all I'm saying here. Because you said he's been shooting the ball
Why?
better
You're not a
going to
Clipper
the bench.
fan. You're not a Clipper fan. I don't understand this.
Milton, I'm not sure what me being a Clipper fan have to do with me looking up a player stats, but I mean, okay. I mean, if you think he's playing better off the bench, then okay, Milton. I mean, if that's your, conclusion,
Yeah,
then
he's
okay,
playing
that's
way
cool.
better. I mean, if you
He's
look at the
playing way
stats,
better.
yes,
All right.
compared to how he started the season, breaking every shot, airballing, like he's been hitting his shots, his corner threes.
When was Terance? Didn't Terance get into the starting lineup last year?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means he was always coming off the bench, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So that doesn't have anything to do with Terance coming off. What Terance is doing now,
Yeah,
I mean, he's always done it.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I'm not sure what that
He's
meant.
always been a role player.
He's our glue guy. He's our glue guy. I said that.
Hold on, my friend. But his impact, what he brings a impact in the game that's needed, at crucial moments in time, Now, like I've said, we mentioned the Dallas series. He held Luka. Luka said, "Okay, let me get Terance Mann off of me," and he switched to James Harden because he knew James Harden wasn't able to hold him. See, BJ had a video not too long ago where he showed all of James Harden deficiencies in that series, and it was mind-boggling. And so when you have to cater to cover for somebody else's deficiencies, you're not able to score effectively. because all your energy is going towards the defensive end. So
He's a role player.
when we looking at Terance Mann right now he come to the point where he say, well, I'm not here to score. Well, that's not what he was doing coming off the bench a couple of years ago. He came in scoring the ball and playing defense. If not the second best two-way player on the team, probably was the third best two-way player on the team behind Kawhi and Paul George. So he needs the confidence. He's just in a bad space right now. And when he comes out that space, we're going to be talking differently. But by no means do you put an experienced player in the playoffs and allow somebody who hasn't been in the playoffs. That would be the dumbest thing Ty Lue would ever do, is put an experienced guy on the bench just because somebody right now is playing good basketball. When it comes to the big game, ain't no pressure basketball being played right now. We barely even 20 games in the season. The saying is, you can tell the team how they're going to be in the first 20 games of the season. It's going to take 20 games to see how the team is going to be effective throughout the rest of the season. So if we make it to the playoffs, Terance Mann is going to be in that rotation. Point blank, period. Because how many guys did Dallas play last year when they beat us? What was the rotation? How many guys deep did Jason Kidd go? See, we have to scout how many guys other teams are going to play in order for us to say, okay, this is how many guys we're going to have to play. Because if Jason Kidd went 7 deep, 8 deep, then somebody that we raving about is not going to be in the rotation because they don't have the experience. So I'm looking at it like that. And you know, Terance is going to be all right. He started off the same way last year. Believe me, the BJ can attest to it. He started off the same way last year, and he turned it around. I think he will be able to do the same thing again, depending on who he is on the court with. Now, if it's best for him to be coming off the bench in the playoffs, but he's in the rotation, I'm fine with that because, like you said, Mr. Mass, Chris Dunn, he's getting 22 minutes, 23 minutes. Terance getting 20 right now. So it's really not that far apart.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. It's not. The only thing that's far apart is the production. But you're right though. But I think Ty needs to figure out, and that coaching staff needs to figure out, and also too, like it's on James Harden, it's on the players to like get together in film sessions and figure out what's the best combination for Terance on the court, because that does play a factor as well. I mean, we can try to dismiss that, but who's on the court with you does matter, because it's going to dictate where your shots come from. It's going to dictate who you're guarding, and it's going to dictate, you know what I'm saying, how you play. So yeah, I mean, that plays a major role as well. So I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of fans don't factor that in. Like, who is he playing with? Like, where is the bulk of his minutes coming from? Maybe I'm being a little unfair highlighting his stats, but if I can break it down and say, well, you know, in 10 minutes he's playing with these guys, that's why he's not getting the looks or blah blah blah, then I mean, you know, all those things play a factor. But unfortunately, the way we look at basketball, or you know, I go right to the box score for the season, and I'm looking at his raw numbers. I'm not looking at, you know, he's playing 5 minutes with James, he's playing with Norman. I mean, you know, I'm just looking at his total numbers.
Right.
And most of us look at it like that. But listen, I'm only assessing him up until this point, though.
Right.
Man. I mean, he can turn it around. Because remember last year, after the new year in January, he kind of took off a little bit.
Right.
He shot the ball much better from downtown, and he was more involved. And the Clippers were like 28-2 or something like that. Yeah, 25-5, and and Terance Mann was playing great, and blah blah blah, right? And
Right.
so it could happen. I mean, Clippers fans hope it happens, but there's no guarantee it happens. You know.
Now, like I said, with the starting lineup, when the big guy comes back, that's 17 shots a game right there. Norman
Yeah,
Powell. Norman Powell got to get what 12 to 15. You can correct me, BJ. Then you got DJJ. You got Zubac, who Zubac needs to get some shots up.
I agree.
For us to really
Mhm.
be effective, Zubac has to. I'm from the old school. Big
Me
men
too, old man.
used
Me
to
too.
call for the ball, man. They used to
Yep.
when they got a mismatch, they give me the ball. I got to have the ball. I got a mismatch down here. Feed me the ball. I mean, you have to tell Harden, give me the damn ball. I got a
Right.
mismatch, and we're gonna milk it or ride it till we can't do it no more.
Remember last year, old man versus the Mavericks, the first two games, Zubac was killing down low on
Yeah,
just one-on-one post-ups.
yeah.
Like Zoo has a post game. Give him the ball 1-5 flat and get out the way and let him go to work because he can do that.
But you
But
know
they
what?
don't do it enough.
He don't call for it. See,
Yeah, you don't.
he don't call for it, Mr. Maz, and that's the reason he don't get it.
Right.
Because he don't demand the ball. That's the word I'm looking for. He doesn't
Mhm.
demand the ball. When he
Right.
know he has a mismatch in that post, he shouldn't be trying to go out sitting no damn high pick and roll for James Harden. He should be
Yeah.
demanding that ball on that block and just shooting over it. He the biggest guy on the court. And don't you know that would, like I always say, that would collapse the perimeter defense, and he can just pass it out if need be, or he can
Mhm.
he can get a score and a foul. You know,
Yeah, true. That's true.
but the schemes that we play at times. When Kawhi come back, where is Dunn going to be in the starting lineup? Is Man going to be in the starting line? Both of them may be coming off the bench with Amir
Yeah. Is
Coffee.
Norman Powell going to be averaging 25 points
Right.
still a game? I mean,
It- it- uh,
all
is-
those things are going to take a hit, bro.
right. So is James Harden going to play the same way he's been playing when Kawhi comes back? Is he going to, continue to do the things he do, or like Kawhi got to get his 17 shots up?
Right. Yeah.
So it's going to James talking about this system that he's trying to implement. He got to understand. Look, the big guy coming back, and you're going to have to start making the system work in favor of him. You know,
Right. Because he's been improving to win chips with his style of play, not
right?
James Harden. So, yeah, that's a good point. I kind of, yeah, I like where you're going with that a little bit. James has to dial it back a little bit when he comes.
And maybe that will allow him to be more efficient than what he's been, because he's not efficient at all. Those step back 3-pointers are not falling the way they used to fall. You know, he can't get around players like he used to. So he's going to have to adjust his game in order to get Kawhi uh, into the spots that he need to be,
Right.
you know, and allow other
Mhm.
players, like DJJ. GJJ, I've seen him score
Yeah.
from the
I
corner
think
three.
I think it'll be fine, old man. I think he's the one guy where it doesn't matter who's on the court. Just let him do what he do. Stand in the corner, slash, fast breaks, and hit open threes. I think he'll be fine. I think Norman Powell is going to have an adjustment as well because he's being asked to be ultra aggressive, scoring for the Clippers because you guys need
Right,
it, right?
right,
And even with his 25 points a game, your offense is still kind of at the bottom end in the league. And
right.
so he's gonna have to take a hit and be less and dial it back a little bit and let Kawhi kind of, smooth in there. Not saying Norman can't still be Norman, but 25 points a game, nah, he's not gonna sustain that for the whole year if Kawhi's back. That's not happening. It shouldn't happen.
That's what I'm
Unless
talking
he's you
about,
guys' new
man.
PG. I mean, unless he's the new PG role, I mean, I don't know.
And that's what a lot of people talking about. Is Norman going to start, or is he going to come off the bench? Well, if he come off the
Right,
bench, he's not going to get the minutes, and if he start, he's not going to get the shots that he's been getting. See,
right.
so it's kind of a dilemma, You know,
And guess what, too? If he's off the bench, now that pushes KPJ back another slot,
there
right?
you
Because
go.
right now he's off your bench, first off your
There you
bench,
go.
or Terrence. So it pushes those guys. I mean, it's just listen. There's still questions to be answered moving forward. That's all we're saying.
Now, he can come off the bench and get the same minutes, but
Yeah.
whose minutes are going to diminish? Chris Dunn, DJJ, is his minutes going to diminish? You know, especially in the closing part of the games. You know, so
I
we
want
know.
DJ on the court. I want Derek on the court because he's playing well. I mean, well, if he's playing well, during that time, but
Well, the reason I'm saying that is because you got to factor in Kawhi when he's come back. He ain't coming off the court at
right.
crucial times. Is James Harden coming off the court? Now, Ty Lue has
No,
shown that
no.
he will. Well, he has shown he would bench James Harden now.
Norman Powell is starting.
You say Norman Powell starting?
Yes. Why would he bench a 25-point per game score?
No. But we're saying when Kawhi comes back,
He's starting.
over. Okay, over who?
Done.
So Dunn is going to the bench.
No.
Makes sense.
So who's going to be the
point of the telling Ty Lue that he want to start? So he gonna bench him.
We could be wrong, but I couldn't imagine him starting because Chris Dunn provides something. Listen, I mean, give me Chris Dunn in that starting lineup because Kawhi for the most part should be able to give you what Powell's giving you, but Dunn gives you shooting and defense. Powell ain't give you no goddamn defense like that. Powell's looked at
up this season. What you talking about?
Again, Powell's.
Do you
Norman
watch
Powell's
the Clippers?
No, I watched Norman Powell, bro. Norman Powell's not giving you what Chris Dunn's giving you defensively. He's just not. He's not.
Of course, because that's his calling card. But Powell can lock up.
I know, but Kawhi can give you what Norman gives you. And
I say Powell defense has been better this season.
Yeah. It's been better, but don't you guys want Powell off your bench though? I mean, don't you want that scoring punch off your bench?
You got to have that point of attack defender in Dunn if you're going to use Dunn.
Right, exactly.
That's DJJ job. What are we talking about?
DJJ got
he's guarding like 3s and 4s. Yeah, he's guarding like 3s and 4s. I mean, Dunn can guard 1s and 2s.
Any DJJ gonna guard the 4. Why would he had him on?
He did it last year.
That's the point of attack. Like, what are we talking about? He gonna
point
guard
attack.
the player.
Bring the ball correct, that bro. What you mean?
He's gonna guard the best player. DJJ is gonna guard the best player every game. Kawhi gonna guard the 4. The people that's gonna stand in the corner all day. What are we talking about?
Okay.
That's the point of attack. He's shooting in his league. If Dunn not shooting as well as he has been shooting, like he not shooting good. T-Man has been shooting good. If you have power with them dudes in spacing, that's deadly.
Let me ask you a question, Milton. What points if Powell is in the starting lineup along with Harden and Kawhi, what points are coming off the bench?
Points you can stagger everybody, bro. Just because they're starting don't mean you can stagger people. It's not that's because they're starting don't mean.
Okay, if you stagger people, then how many minutes is Dunn is going to get? How many minutes Powell is going to get?
I mean, that's Ty Lue job. I mean, that's determining the game. Every game is different, bro. Ain't no set minutes. Like
you brought it up,
player doing better than the other one, they gonna get more minutes than that player. Like
you brought it up, but we're talking about realistic scenarios. If you're talking about staggering minutes,
yes, that's a game thing. That's during the game. I can't predict.
Well, it should be a game thing, but I mean, it's a business, bro. Like guys know where their shots and minutes are coming from, and so
but we're deep. Any game.
Yeah.
Talking about.
No.
I would bring Powell off the bench out, man.
You would bring Powell off the bench?
Yeah, I would Powell off the bench. And I think Powell would be open to that for the betterment of the team. You know,
how many minutes is he getting now?
Who, Powell?
Right. He's getting about what, 30? He's averaging about 32.
I want to say like 31 or 32. Here, I got it right here, bro. Here, okay. He's getting Norman Powell is getting 33 minutes a game.
33.
So who you think gonna close again?
Norman Powell.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Of course. Now you got to have your closers in the game.
Right, Norman Powell, of course.
And I love Norman Powell. You know the reason I love Norman Powell? His game has, when you look back at how he played when he was at Toronto, versus how he played when he went to Portland to now this season, man, like you say, Mr. Max, he's ultra aggressive and he can
Yes.
get to the cup at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And another
Let
thing,
me
who gonna be coming off them screens?
let me
Them
call
pin
let me go to
downs. Who gonna be coming off
Kawhi
them?
Leonard. Kawhi Leonard.
Gonna shoot a three. He's not like, come on now. What are we talking about?
Kawhi comes off
He's a
pin
post
downs
player.
and
That man's an
screens. Like,
ISO
I
player.
mean, huh?
He's an ISO player. Kawhi's an ISO player. He getting them low
Okay,
posts and
ISO
ISO.
players can't come off screens and pin downs. I mean,
But he can, but like not
no,
like
for real.
Powell shooting that every time.
Hey, let me go to Kirk real quick,
right.
y'all. What's good, Kirk?
What's good, BJ? What's going on, y'all?
How you
What's
doing?
happening?
we
What you got?
ain't nothing, bro. I'm just chilling, man. We talking about the Clippers, right? Just in overall. We just talking about
Yeah.
them just overall. Okay. I mean, I did see the. I mean, I don't watch the full game, but I did watch them yesterday in the in-season tournament. I mean, they still look really good defensively, so that's what stands out to me when I watch them. I do like Chris Dunn because Chris Dunn, I think he just does a lot of things right in the floor. He keeps the game really simple, and I like that. James Harden, I mean, he's just James Harden. And what is going on with Norman Powell? What is he out for again? I don't even know what he's out for.
He just hamstring.
Oh wow,
I think
okay.
he'll probably come back Boston game for real.
Yeah, you can definitely tell like they definitely need him. But I mean, they did beat a Kings team that was I don't know what's up with the Kings. Well, DeMar DeRozan came back, and I think there was something wrong with Fox's hand. But even though he was still scoring, I don't know what was going on with the Kings. They kind of look confused out there a little bit. And they're still missing Monk too. So the Kings, it's just I guess unfortunate situations with them because I honestly thought they was going to be better than the Warriors this year, but the Warriors surprised me this year. I've been very disrespectful about that team, so I'm not going to say anything about that team actually.
You mean when they beat OKC?
Yeah, hey, no, that was hey Bruce. I take back my comments, bro. I apologize, bro.
Oh, okay.
The Warriors been seriously. The Warriors been y'all impressed, man. I think it's going to be this good this year. But I'm not. Y'all did beat OKC, right?
Yes.
Is that when Shaq went down though?
Yeah.
Shaq went down that game, and they kind of just didn't play bad. I mean, they was playing
OKC
bad.
has lost.
They also beat
some
Boston
bad
in
teams.
Boston too. They also
Yeah,
beat
okay.
Boston.
Yeah, no, that was the best. That was their best game of the season. And honestly, that to me, that was one of the best regular season games of the season. That was a really good game by the Warriors. They played great defense. Steph Curry looked very efficient. And he was great defensively that game. Anyone that says Steph Curry doesn't play defense, they don't watch Steph Curry. He plays defense every night. It's just that his team doesn't play defense all the time, just like last year. Steph Curry always played defense. And defense doesn't mean that you have to stand in front of a guy all day long and get a stop. Defense can be a lot of things. That's why Fox said, I play defense. I play both sides of the floor. He does. He averaged 2 steals yesterday. I know we talk about SGA, him not playing, terrific defense, but SGA plays defense. It might not be on-ball defense, but he plays defense. And SGA, and Matt, by the way, I know we talk about the Clippers, but he had like 2 blocks at the rim. I seen SGA get up and block people. Like he
I
plays
think the Clippers and the Warriors play better defense than OKC.
No, I mean,
Huh?
I'll say this, Bruce. You guys are on par with them. It's not far. Warriors play really good defense, but they're one of their best defenders is out by chat. So if you want to say they play better defense now, then that's fine. But I think everyone on OKC plays really good defense. I mean, that's just me. I mean, but I mean, they like to relax sometimes. But I ain't gonna say relax sometimes. They haven't been playing, OKC basketball for like probably the last 3 games. So, but the Clippers do look good. I mean, obviously we're just waiting for Kawhi to come back. I like how everyone's looking. I mean, the only person that's really worrying me a little bit is KBJ, Kevin Porter Jr. I mean, even though he comes in and does his thing, but I don't know. I think he could be better. He could be a better player, but
do you think the Clippers keep him?
I can see them getting rid of him if he doesn't like find his role, I guess, or they don't find like anything for him. I can see him I can see the Clippers getting rid of him. I can see that.
What do you think of Terance Mann?
I like Terance Mann. Terance Mann's doing his thing. He's knocking down shots. He's playing defense. I don't know what else you want from Terance Mann. I think he's playing pretty good. I mean,
some people are upset if we say that Terance Mann might be traded.
I don't know why, because he's doing everything right on the floor. I mean, rebounding, playing defense, shooting three.
But it's possible that he can be traded.
I mean, for who though? I mean, I'd be. He could get traded, but I'll be like, who the fuck you gonna get for Terance Mann? That's my thing. Who you gonna get for him? Yeah, that'd be a stupid trade to me. The Clippers don't be trading nobody, honestly, bro. I mean, they have a good team, but who you gonna trade for to get better? I'm just if you gonna trade, if the Clippers are gonna trade, they should trade to get better. They shouldn't trade to get just to have two people that are just regular players. Like Terance Mann is a good player. So if you're gonna trade, like you have to really trade. You can't just trade and just say, oh, like y'all have a decent team. So I don't know who you're gonna trade. I don't know. You gotta see what that look like, Bruce.
Okay.
I don't know, but yeah, your team looking good, bro. Like seriously.
I have two teams. I have the Clippers and the Warriors. So
hey, well the Warriors looking really good, bro.
Yeah, I mean
they looking really good, bro.
It's early, so
I mean, but that's good though. You know how the Warriors get though, bro. When they start early, they usually finish off early. You know that. They did it in 20. Remember in 20 when they won a championship in 2022. They started.
I know Warriors fan happy Kendrick Lamar dropping an album because every time Kendrick Lamar drop an album, Warriors win a championship. So
really,
yes,
is he gonna drop one?
He dropped one yesterday, I think.
We're gonna see, bro. But yeah, like all y'all, yeah, bro. When y'all start off good, bro, y'all usually end the season. You already know y'all usually end the season good, bro. So, because I remember y'all started off really good in 2021, and y'all ended the season, y'all won a championship. So
you mean 2022, 2021,
well,
2022?
I'm saying 2021, 2022 season.
Yeah,
but y'all started off with a really good record. I forget what it was. It was like 11-3 or something, or like something like y'all started off the year really good. It was really good.
I think the Clippers can beat the Warriors, especially if Kawhi is playing.
That's if Kawhi's playing.
If I'm a Warriors fan, that's the team I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about if I'm a Warriors fan. I'm not concerned about OKC. I'm more concerned about the Clippers. That's the team that if the Warriors, I don't think they haven't figured out the Clippers yet.
Now, why are you concerned? Why aren't you concerned about the OKC?
I think they're not ready yet, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think Lou Dort is not consistent.
I agree.
I mean, there was one game, it was like 1 or 11 or something.
Yeah.
Or 1. They try to play. Everybody tried to play like the Warriors too much. The threes too much. Come on, man.
Okay. I do agree with you. Lou Dort is inconsistent, bro. I do like his defense. I mean, his defense is always going to be his strong suit, but he does find himself. What you about to say? He finds himself shooting a bunch of threes, bro, and like he's not even, like he'll just like you could tell Lou Dort don't even follow through. He just shoot the three and not follow through, bro. So I'm like, damn, he's just out there just shot jacking. They do come off, still not, kind of not ready. I don't know. I mean, they look good. I mean, it's just that they got to get that center. They got to get that centerpiece in check, bro. I mean, that's the glaring piece to me. They got to get. I mean, Harkenstein look good. Shaq got.
I can't believe how much you miss Holmgren. That's crazy.
No, seriously, bro. But I kind of figured when he went down, bro, I was like, that's gonna be a tough piece because he like I told people in the chat, like he's not just a shot blocker. Chat does a lot of things on that floor. Even defensive wise, that he's not shot blocking. He's just a presence on the floor. So it's like you take Chat out, then pretty much you can just go to the paint whenever you want. And Chat makes them play better. They Chat like OKC can play better on what's it called, zone defense. Like so when Chat's out, it's basically just them. It's like 5 little players scrambling, trying to play zone, and that's not gonna work because they're just gonna drive and kick every time.
Hey, we gonna finish it up here. It's gonna be the last person. What's good, Mike? That's weird. Yeah, I clicked out. All right, y'all. We gonna go ahead and end it there. But any last thing y'all want to say before we get out of here?
Nah, man. Clippers look good, bro.
Okay, see in trouble.
A little bit. I can't even lie about that.
Okay, see in trouble, man. Hey, BJ, I apologize, man, for today. That's not me.
No apology
Yeah,
needed.
I wanted to do it publicly, so anybody who was listening, I'm sorry. You know,
But
I
you
let
cussing me out,
I
bro.
let you know who got into my skin. So, right. So
No worries, y'all.
no,
Y'all
I
good.
didn't curse. I didn't curse. I was just heated. So yeah.
He's probably just heated, man. Who got you heated, Bruce?
Nah, we ain't gonna get into that, Kurt.
Oh, it's that bad?
We
Okay.
ain't getting into that. We gonna end it there, but I appreciate y'all coming in, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, DJ.
All right. All right, y'all. So appreciate y'all coming in, man. Clippers complete a 4-game homestand. They beat the Utah Jazz. They beat the Golden State Warriors. They beat the Orlando Magic. And last night, defeating the Sacramento Kings. Appreciate y'all coming in. I appreciate the love. Thank you for tuning in with me today. Make sure y'all donate to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast if y'all can. Super stickers and super comments as well. Hit the Cash App right there. $ Slick Rick 1991 son. That is our Cash App. $ Slick Rick 1991 son. If you have Venmo at BJ/MATHUWS/1 at BJ/MATWS/1. That's our Venmo as well. Definitely appreciate everybody y'all coming in here. Until next time, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, put live pace. Out of here like swimwear.